As they land, Pearl states something. Just a reminder for the rest of you who are not used to the ether from within warp materials. You have a limited amount of time. So we're only here to help for as much as we can, and then I need to get you all out of here. And the lion says, of course, he lands. He turns around to look. He sees this large beholder just whirling about and grabbing whatever it can. And he turns to look at the rest of you, seeing you, and you've been in better conditions. Biss waves at him, and he waves back.
Yes!
Yes!
Let's go.
Thank God.
We can die happy. That's all we needed.
Let's not do that. Let's not do the dying part.
No, but we've succeeded, you know? What's the point?
The lion says, well, I better do as much damage as I can while I'm here, then.
Better not fucking die.
This will be a fight for the life, for our lifetime.
All right. You guys go first.
Feeling this is not, this isn't our finest hour ever. Let's, round 2, let's try a bit better. And I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Yippee!
Yay! So it's
Huzzah.
a 30. I kind of measured it out. It's not that square. It's one of these squares. Hold on. This one. It's this square, right. I would like to heal everyone, including Osera. And because I can, because I have an extra, person, because I can get 6 people, I don't know if the lion needs healing, but I will pick him as well.
All right.
To heal if he needs it. So, it is my enhanced bond, because Osera is out. So you get an extra D8, people.
Let's go.
And you get my gloves of healing. You're welcome. And then masculines. Now, I'm just going to check that it adds everything up correctly before I announce aloud what it is. So enhanced bond plus 4. That's right. Oh, that was a crap roll. Come on now. Yeah, 3d8 plus 5. Yeah, that was ridiculous. I apologize, everyone. That is 23 points of healing.
That's still good.
I'm not dead.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3 on the 3d8.
1, 2, 3.
So,
Oh, fuck. I forgot
Yeah.
I had 11 bullets. Oh no. That's 11 wild magic surges, guys.
plus
That is if you shoot all of them.
I'm gonna have to, because Castilla doesn't want these bullets in here anymore.
Fair enough.
And then, just as at the same time, as Cersei is healing everyone, Osera will take a swing around, just to be an extra nuisance to these 2 eyeballs, because her distance is doubled now. Well, not doubled, but she's gonna swing around to about here-ish, more like here. And then we'll kind of look at both of the eyeballs, whether or not they're looking at her, and she will fiery teleport, so she gets both of them.
Okay.
And they both need to make a dexterity saving throw apiece.
The eyeballs do have dexterity.
And she will appear back where she was.
One does a nat 20 and the other one rolls 10.
The one succeeds, so it doesn't take any damage, but the other one fails. Takes, damn, Sarah, 16 points.
16 points is a lot of damage.
a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. And after Sarah like peers back at everyone's healed, Ceci's like, "We got this, guys. Round 2." And I will stay where I am.
Question about Spiss's rage here. Would it have come to an end yet? Or like, would it still be ongoing?
Because of what?
Well, just rage.
Is it just your?
Rage lasts for
Yes.
1 minute, I believe.
Yeah,
Is
lasts
it?
for 1 minute, and that can be interpreted as either 10 turns or 10 rounds. Like,
Yeah.
10 turns for 1 minute. But
I'm not sure if
have we reached turn 10?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Cuz I also started rage back in the other
Right, but
state.
your other one doesn't count. That one has its own timer.
So the timer would the timer have restarted when the modes?
Yeah, it would have been
Okay.
back to when you've lost your modes.
Okay.
Or when you lost your form.
Okay. Okay.
You should still have it for like about a few more rounds, I think, left.
Okay.
Or a few more turns. You should be fine.
Okay. I just kind of wanted to clear that up because I'm like, since it's technically been an ongoing rage, I wasn't sure if it counted as being ongoing or restarting. Then, did anyone else have anything specific they wanted to do, like before I go?
No.
Sorry.
nah, you can go.
Okay. Then this is gonna hold on. Wait, actually, I want to measure. That's 40. Can Spiss try and run like over here towards this eye? Like try. Wait, is that gap like?
So that gap
Jumpable?
is just it's a gap.
It's
It
just
would
a
either
big gap.
Oh no, actually this part right here would still be stone. You're correct.
Yeah. I can't tell if that's like a jumpable gap or not.
Yeah. This gap is what it shows. So that's gonna
Okay.
be about 10, a little less than 10 feet, about 8 feet probably.
Yeah, sorry, just with the colors, I'm having trouble differentiating where the rock is
Yeah,
and where
the
the
colors
background
are a
is.
little- You're correct.
Okay.
I can help with that.
I'm Okay. So oh, that's a separate rock. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just highlighting like the edges of all the small islands we got here.
Okay. So that's technically, would that count as a 10? That would be a 10-foot jump then? Between.
About so.
Yeah. Okay. So this probably couldn't do that easily then. Maybe.
I mean, athletics is your jump distance. So.
Barbarians.
And when you're raging, you get advantage on strength checks, so you'd have advantage on the jump.
That's true. We'll commit to the bit. Can Spiss try and jump the gap and go over here towards this eye?
Spiss can try to jump the gap, yes.
If Spitz dies here, that's gonna be a little funny.
No, it's
No.
not actually.
Roll,
I'll
for,
kill you
roll an
first.
athletics check, Spiss.
Come on, barbarian.
You have
Come
advantage.
on!
Yep.
Can't do any worse than Vika did that one time.
Owen, don't say things like
Don't
that.
say
before we
that out
roll.
loud. Two
She-
natural ones.
Ha!
Do good.
That could have gone bad.
You don't say.
But we're here. Then Spiss is gonna take her 3 attacks against the eye in front of her.
Go for it.
It's gonna be. Oops, I still had advantage on. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, sorry.
Not the best.
Right. So let's see. For the eyes, the first one and the last one hit. The middle one does not.
The first one I rolled with advantage on accident. Would that still?
Oh,
Yeah. So
just
it'd be
go ahead and re-roll.
Okay.
Okay, so only the 18 hits.
Okay. Then 11, 12, 13, 14, that's 15 damage then.
15 points of damage as you strike the eyeball and it slams to the other end and kind of rubber bands itself back.
Wait. Oh. I've completely been forgetting about a damage thing I should be rolling with my flail. My first target with my flail, as long as I have a charge on it, nope. Oh wait, nope. I've been rolling that. Never mind. Ignore me.
You're fine.
I realize that's been rolling. Never mind. So yeah. Okay.
All right, is
That's
that
good.
it?
Yep.
Who's next?
Victor can take his turn. He's gonna move over here and where is a collection of eyeball? 20-foot radius. No, I want a ruler. Yeah, Victa is going to cast Fireball at this eyeball, focusing. Actually, got to take another step back there. Focusing the fire away from Basara, Castilla, and Cersei, as well as the lion.
All right.
Oh, Sarah loves the fire. She's like rolling in it. Sarah's
Refreshing.
yeah, she's immune to fire damage.
A little nice drizzle for her.
Yeah, she's like, this is nice. Can we have this the whole time?
Just a quick burst of a blanket.
A bath.
She looks noticeably like more preened.
Why is there a minus
Yeah.
1? Oh, right.
We have minus ones.
Yeah, that's
About
the minus
to
1 to.
say.
It's minus 1 to hit, but so that doesn't apply to fireball.
It says Aurum fuck you beam when you go on it.
Haha.
That's
No.
why I named it, because it's just the orb fuck you beam, even though it's not a beam, but
All right, the
Same thing,
two
same thing.
eyes are gonna roll for dexterity. Let me remember
one
my math
passes, one
correctly.
fails.
Yep, one passes, one fails. This guy is going to pass, and the other guy fails. "32 points of fire damage. Okay. Right. So halved for the other eyeball. The other eyeball pulls back. This flaking almost comes from it, from the drying of the skin,
Oh.
um, which is kind of nasty sight for you since you're right next to it, Cersei.
Oh.
And the other one that you hit that was in the center of that explosion kind of moves. It looks a bit crispy, and then it slams down and falls into the void.
Yes!
So we're going to.
Death.
Dead eyeball.
Why did I go back to green? I was red earlier. Okay, there we go.
Two down.
We still have the Chronos buff.
Yes, you do. As long as Kronos is as long as you're at a certain vicinity. I thought I gave you the radius. I don't remember what the radius was for it.
Hold on.
For now, I'm just gonna assume 20 feet is within the radius.
It was either 30 or 60. It was one of those.
All right. Yeah.
I
Vita
think it was
is-
60 because everything for Sarah is doubled and her normal stuff is 30. So I
Yeah,
think
that makes sense to me.
doubled for 60 because everything else was doubled.
All right. Then casting firebolt at the eyeball. Does a 13 hit?
There is not here.
Okay. So then that would be Vita's turn.
So if Castillo was just undowned, aka not dead, does she lose her turn this round since it was on this round, or no?
No, you can get your turn back.
It's Mahusiv.
Awesome, great, cool, fantastic. Oh god, I'm dropping things. This is fine. Everything's fine, guys.
You're gonna do
We're
great.
doing great.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's just shoot the bitch.
Yeah!
I'm gonna go one at a time.
All right.
Okay, so that eye's down. This eye's here. I want to go for this eye first. Ba-bing.
Bam.
So you shoot for that eye. 25 hits. Roll
Okay.
a d100.
I'm gonna roll my physical dice for good luck.
Yeah.
They are my duck dice. Wilson got me.
Duck dice.
Amazing.
Duck dice. Duck dice.
So the
Do us
first
proud,
one
duck dice.
is first one's a 10.
10.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it's or okay, question. If it's a 10 and then a 0 on the other dice, is it a 10 or 100?
It has to be triple zeros for 100, right?
Yeah, that checks out.
I
Okay.
think so.
No fucking idea. Let's go with 10.
Yeah. Triple zeros make sense.
I do not have
I
triple
don't think
zeros.
you can roll a 1. I don't know. Or would that be a 1?
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
you shoot your shot. The bullet comes out and it makes impact. So make your normal shot. Roll your
Okay.
normal shot damage.
Am I within 5 feet of a friend? No.
The enemy is though.
True.
Please.
How to read a D100.
So I lied. It's technically a 24 because I forget we get our minus.
Yeah. Well, that still hits.
Okay,
Please
cool.
please tell me you're not continuing to learn how sneak attack works.
Oh, and this is the longest I've played a rogue, and even then, I forget every week if I
Oh.
am doing this right.
Fair enough.
You're so
Remember,
valid
you
for that.
heal the damage you do as you're in Raven.
Even though I got downed and lost unconscious?
Actually,
That's what
you're
I was
not. You're
questioning.
not wrong. Yeah,
Okay.
you would be out of it now. That is
Okay,
correct.
that's fine. No worries at all. That's actually fine with me.
Still got a chunk of health from Cersei.
Right. I'm functioning, you know? So,
Aren't we
that
all?
would be 28.
Okay, so along with that, as you shoot the bullet and the bullet fires forward, as well from your gun, it almost feels like the gun's about to erupt from the amount of energy surging.
Oh boy. That's fine, guys, right?
You also cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Oh,
You know, that
Okay.
makes sense.
I like it.
damn.
A bunch of magic missiles shoot out from the barrel as well, spreading around on the sides of the bullet.
Whoa. Do I need to find the stats on Magic Missile?
You're going to have to find the stats on magic missile. Yes.
Missile!
It's 20. It's
24.
1d4 per one.
1d4 plus
It's-
1?
Per
Yeah, 1d4.
one.
1d4 plus one. So it's.
Hold on, I've got it.
So if it's 3 and then every spell above. Hold on. I don't have Magic Missile.
There you go.
Thank you. Each dart. Okay, when you cast it at a spell slot second level or higher, way more darts. So one starts at 3.
It'd be 5d4.
5d4 plus 5?
Yep.
That's a 17 then.
17 points of force damage,
Yes.
along with the shot. It's looking pretty bad. I think that eye
Oh
has
no,
damage.
it'd be 7d4 plus 7 because the base spell makes 3.
3. 3.
That's first. 2, 3,
Second level,
4,
third level,
5,
fourth
so
level,
that's-
fifth. Yeah.
Yeah, that is 7.
Yeah.
I lied.
That one's right.
Hold on, doing math.
That's
7
17.
plus 7.
That's
24.
17 damage.
24. All right,
Yeah.
that's a lot more damage, plus the damage from beforehand. The bullet goes straight through the eyeball, and the eyeball kind of starts gushing out the fluids from within it, and without remorse, the rest of the magic missiles, obviously without missing their target, because that's what magic missile does,
That's
barrage the eyeball as it starts falling down into the pit.
Ooh. Okay, cool, great.
Ew.
Take my second shot then. Fear. That's a 16.
Cool. What are you firing at?
Oh right, that's a thing. That eye. Sorry. What's my distance?
You had a pretty far distance with. I think 120 is the max for Ace of Spades.
Nobody's dealing with this eye. I'm gonna deal with that eye.
Go for it.
All right, cool, great. So that was a 16 then.
16 on your D100 Oh, it's a-
16 on the shot.
on the shot. That still hits.
Yes. Okay. Cool. And then D100. 61.
61.
Does killing this eye does it count as killing a creature?
It explodes.
It does. It does count as killing a creature. I don't think that's a positive thing though. But
Oh
yeah,
god.
it does explode.
Great.
Or was it the bullet that killed it, or the magic missiles that killed it?
Oh, right. 'Cause the magic missiles did it.
Technically, they all came from the gun, and it's a weapon effect.
Sorry, guys.
If that's how you're ruling it.
Yeah.
Which
For a
means
very
any
brief
creature-
second, Ceci's like, "Oh God!"
For normal magical items, maybe not, but the Ace of Spades is a little different.
So any creature
yeah.
within 10
It's a
foot
wolf
radius
boy.
must make a DC 15 Dex saving throw, taking 2d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a success.
Since Cersei is flying, is she flying like right next to the eyeball, or?
I mean,
How close are you to the eyeball, Cersei?
I'm not gonna tell you a lie. She is next to it. She is where she is on the map. It's
normal person height, but still flying.
Yeah, she's always flying, but she's not like any. Because if she's any like reasonable height, I'll write like how high she is just to help Jesse like know how
Mm-hmm.
high she is off the floor. But if she's not, she's just floating, for lack of a better term.
So dexterity saving throws.
Sorry.
Easy money. Don't worry.
You've got this.
Sorry
can't
for
fail.
mentioning that, but
Easy
Oh,
money.
sorry. It's
No,
the
no.
15. 15.
It don't matter.
Well, that's a fail.
Sorry, Abby.
Don't worry. It's a collateral damage. We need it to get rid of these eyeballs. Plus, I healed myself. I'm doing good. I'm Gucci. Don't worry about it. I've never been
in this world.
I've never been better.
I imagine Cersei saying, "I'm Gucci," and everyone's like, "What?"
What the heck is that?
The lion is the only one who understands.
it's not a
Okay.
Faye
That-
thing.
So roll the explosion damage then.
Okay.
Give it
I
to
accept
me.
Roll low for one.
Okay. 7.
7.
I'll take it.
And I get half that?
See?
What do you mean?
I'm 15
Is-
feet within the eye.
It's a 10
Oh.
radius.
It's a 10-foot radius.
Ah, never mind. I lied. I
Oh.
misread.
It's a
I'm
fif-
mixing
it's
up
a
all
fif-
my
it's
stuff.
It's a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Wow.
That's probably where you got the 15.
Yes. You're
You
correct.
rounded me to a really nice number though. So
Glad to
Alright.
help.
Second shot. What was the number again for your
61, I believe.
61. Okay. Go ahead and take
Okay.
your shot or do your damage.
Okay. That is 29 points of damage.
Okay, 29 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Good damage on the eye.
I'm fearful that I have gotten
Ominous.
no wild magic descriptions.
Really on.
Someone would have to notice it for me to be able to describe it.
Oh, great. Thanks, Jesse.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
What does this mean?
Great. Castilla's dead.
Still is a walking corpse.
Great. You know, this is fine, guys.
I'm s- I
No, laugh.
You'd have to notice your demise.
no, it's it is metagaming, but it's real. But I'm not gonna say, and it's really funny. Okay, who's Cersei did her turn.
Yeah,
Cersei
when-
did her thing. I did my thing. Okay, all 4 of us went.
Question though, I'm within the Osera range, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I get 2 more shots.
Go for it.
2 more surges, guys. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go.
I'm still aiming at that one eye.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 26.
27 hits. 26, yeah, that hits.
D100?
D100.
That is
It's
28.
big.
28. Let's see here.
I did have the radius up, but I thought it was too like distracting because it's massive. So I
Oh,
thought, you know,
okay.
everyone's
I mean,
in it.
I can tell you this one. I would have to tell you this one.
Mhm.
For the next minute, all your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of a bonus action now.
Okay. I'm not really using that, but that's cool. That's nice to know.
Well, at least it's not a negative one.
Yeah, that's true. I'll take a non-effective thing.
Roll your damage.
action. Sorry. Equal bonus action. I'm writing this down.
No, that's
Spells.
cool.
Okay. 28.
28 points of damage. Okay. That's looking rough.
Okay. Fearful, but one last shot. Let's have a great one, guys. 17.
17 still hits.
Okay, great.
11 helps a lot.
Hey, 100.
36.
36.
I like that number.
Roll a d10.
Oh,
Okay. I think I know
Maybe
what
I
this
don't
one
like that
is. I'm
number
fearful.
I'm afraid.
you roll the dragon. You do an Ashley
9?
Johnson.
9. Okay. Okay. So,
Okay.
all right, this is another one someone's gonna have to notice.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
mean, considering Vita is looking in the direction of Castilla, like he was last
Yeah, that
looking
is
over
fair. You are correct. You are correct. You were last looking at Costello. So, Victor, you would notice first off from the first shot, the RGB eyes that Castella has going
Oh
on right now.
no.
Her eyes are glowing multiple colors and they're flashing, um,
Just
like
the
a
eyes.
like a good old gamer computer. You
Oh
know,
my fucking
RGB.
god.
Nice.
Gamer
Also-
Castilla.
Castella looks younger and smaller,
Oh no.
about 9 years worth.
No. She's
How old is he?
16.
Babe.
Oh.
Please tell me that. I hope that one's reversible. Considering she's engaged.
Doesn't say it in there. So
Is there a way we can
Oh,
make
that's
it
so
as
reversible?
far as we know
funny.
now, we don't know for now.
Great, we'll figure this
That's
out.
hilarious.
Fuck. This is great. This is
It
fun.
said if you rolled an odd number, you would get younger for that number, and if you rolled an even number, you'd get older for that number.
Oh.
I
Great,
love that.
Castilla's now a fucking teenager. Everyone expect this. Good lord.
Oh my fucking god.
Fucking hell. I really hope this is fixable.
How was Castilla as a teenager? Mentally?
Considering this is the age she literally first got her mask, no.
Oh.
Oh god.
Well, you physically age.
Right,
you
right.
get younger.
Just
You're
Right.
still the same, Castilla.
Can I
But
play
yeah.
Castilla as an angsty?
If you want to, sure. I mean,
Yes.
you're technically at that age, while you still keep the same mentality, your hormones would still be.
She's
Oh.
like,
The same
ah,
as a
She's
teenager.
mid-puberty
So-
and she's dying.
God, why am I even here?
Oh no.
Oh, what the?
Roll your damage.
Right, I do that, even though... Good lord, we're having a night, guys. 25.
25. The eye goes down,
Nice.
slamming down and exploding, hitting the beholder directly.
Yay!
This one actually is
Saving
going to
throw
do
from the
something.
beholder, please.
All right. The beholder does not get a saving throw. That's just automatic damage for the big eye.
Yay! 10.
10 points of fire damage as it blasts near the beholder, and the eye kind of blinks once and it turns slowly to your direction.
Great. That's my turn.
Yeah. Much better turns here, guys. We got rid of 3 more eyes.
Let's go.
And your help hasn't even taken their turn yet. All right. That's everyone, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We say tentatively.
So, who would go first? I'm trying to think. So immediately, I guess that actually makes a lot of sense. Immediately, you would see the lion jump across to over here, landing across the ground and sliding. As he does, he impales the blade onto the ground to stabilize himself. And he's just going to go straight for the big guy because that's just pretty much what he'll do.
That's what he'd do. And I love it.
That's my guy.
3 attacks,
Oh.
4 attacks technically for the lion since he's near Kronos.
Good lord.
So these individually, plus
Renos beats his wings and makes his hair flow majestically.
Oh, yes.
that one does not hit. That one does not hit. That
You're
one
great.
just does not hit. Wow, I'm
Wow.
rolling bad for your friends.
Bro, come on, you're supposed to be good
um,
at this.
So the lion goes in and he slashes and he hits the teeth. The beholder kind of bites onto the blade and flings him across. He gains his balance again and he runs in to go to strike. And he's just not getting any luck here.
He's doing great.
But he's keeping the beholder distracted. As that happens, Lighthouse is going to go here. Lighthouse does not have that much of a jump range. but let's see what the distance is here to see whether or not
You can do this, lighthouse.
I would risk the death of one of your NPCs.
Please
Oh.
don't.
20,
No, I'm lying. I'm lying.
20 feet is a lot.
Oof.
Yeah, no, she's not going to try that.
Don't
Great.
blame her.
She will cast Mass Cure Wounds, though.
Ooh, yay.
Yes, lighthouse.
Directed on you, so let's see what the... You know what the
Who's
radius
you?
for that is? Oh, you had... You had it.
I'll do. Hmm.
Ah, I clicked it twice. Okay, there it is. 30 foot.
30 feet.
30. We're gonna do a circle here. Yep. That gets all of you plus Osera except for Spiss, but Spiss is far from the group currently.
Spiss got a little health and booked it.
That's all she needs. The last hit point is the most important.
One hit
The
point.
barbarian motto.
Exactly.
Gonna cast it at a 7th level spell.
Let's go, lighthouse. Save us.
Damn, lighthouse.
So that's going to be 5d8, I believe. $21 plus spellcasting ability. Okay. So that's going to be 34 points of healing.
Woo.
Damn. 34.
Hey.
And she's going to use her bonus action to do something specifically that she does. And you see the gears begin to switch around Lighthouse, and the almost like tattoo on a machine, right? The carvings on Lighthouse change the colors that they glow from a blue to more of a yellow. All right, that's gonna end Lighthouse's turn. Faye's gonna go for the thing that's just right in front of it. Faye pulls out 2 knives and she throws them. The modifier would be good modifier. She still hits with that, and she definitely hits with that. Both knives land. The first knife, as it lands, hitting the eyeball, lets out an explosion. So that's a fireball for the first knife. And a fireball has, I believe it's also a 30-foot radius for that one. If I am correct, right? Owen?
Sorry, what?
30-foot radius for a fireball?
20.
20 less. Okay, she gets both of the eyeballs. Lighthouse will be fine. She can. Yes.
Is there? I assume this is Pearl casting this.
No. Faye.
Faye's cast this. Okay. Does Faye have any sort of effect that allows them to like omit certain people from making this save?
Faye does.
Okay, because otherwise,
He's a badass bitch.
Pitch. Other than because if not, then Pitch would be taking the brunt of it all. And
Nah, Pitch would be fine. Faye is technically a sorcerer, not. She does rogue things, but she's a sorcerer.
fair enough. I keep making that. I always forget that.
So that hits both of the eyeballs. They got to make a dexterity saving throw for the first one. One of them passes. I'm gonna say the one by Pearl passes with a nat 20. And that, with its bonuses, just pass. So they both take half damage, but that's fine. Fireball damage is still pretty strong. Oh, okay. Okay. That one gets a lot stronger at a very early spell increase. But that's gonna be. Where's the d6? Oh, we're gonna do. It's pretty good rolls too. Yeah, that's 42 points of fire damage from the first one.
Nice.
Yeah, half though, so 21 points of fire damage to both of the eyes, and then the second one hits. Knife hits, and as it does, it lands a lightning bolt, strikes, meeting the blade. That one has to roll. Hits. I'd already rolled a hit. I just got to do damage for that one. Twelve points of lightning damage. All right. That guy's done. One more of the eyeballs just go down.
Our friendship.
And this gun I found.
And this gun I found. Pearl's gonna attempt to strike the one in front of it. How close is Pearl to? Oh, that's 60 feet. That's just fine. That's 3 hits from Pearl then. That hits. That just hits. And that one hits as well. Okay. Pearl actually has things. Let's see. Oh, 31 points of damage from Pearl. That eye's not looking too good either. It's still hanging on there though.
The one right next to her?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. As the turns end, or how are we gonna do this? Let's see. Okay. So, the eye next to Pearl is going to fire a beam at Pearl, and then the other one would be probably Spiss. So 2 eyeballs.
What about these guys down here? Are these eyeballs?
Yeah, they're eyeballs as well. But he
Oh, but then
he only fires 2 at
okay.
through intervals. So the one at Pearl is a 3, and then the one at Spiss is going to be a 7. Okay. Spiss, make your favorite roll. Make a
Oh.
wisdom saving throw.
got
Don't do
this.
this to me.
You want the
Okay.
wild magic surges? We can switch.
There's always a first time for everything.
Okay. No, I got this. We're gonna do so
You
good.
got this.
I got
Remember,
this.
there's a
Confidence
-1
is
to your rolls. Just saying.
I got this.
You got this.
Oh!
Nice.
That's a 17.
17.
I might have got this.
You're good.
I actually got this.
A beam of Z's hits you, but you do not fall asleep.
Spiss looks, for a moment, Spiss looks very confused on how she's somehow is unaffected.
Like she expected to be asleep. She was like, "Oh shit, I'm awake."
Yeah.
Okay, that reminds me. Victa is technically a frightened under the frightened effect, which, if I remember correctly, that does should double check on if that has anything like effects on like attacks to hit.
It does, but it's you get disadvantage on rolls, but fireball isn't a roll to hit.
Firebolt though.
Oh, firebolt, but you didn't hit him anyways. Doesn't matter.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah. Right.
That would, but that's a save on at the end of his turn, correct?
Yes. Yes. So you do have.
Yeah.
You can just do that
It's
right
a-
now.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save, right?
Yep. Oh, actually, wait. Let me check. Yeah, I was.
All right. Well, I rolled an 11 anyways.
You're still feared.
Maybe
And
10.
the same effect was attempted to do on Pearl, and she succeeded as well.
Nice.
Now it's the Beholder's turn. He's gonna do his actual, just regular beam attacks. One on Cersei, one on Spiss, and then the other one is going to attempt to attack Pearl again as well. So make a dexterity saving throw. As the eye beams, instead of shooting their multicolored eyes, they shoot this one red beam that just scatters across the ground.
Oh, that's like 1 out. I'm almost certain.
Who did you say Spiss or Cersei?
Yep, you, Cersei, and Pearl.
Okay.
Closer to the eye, higher chance of getting hit by one of the eyes. You had advantage too, I think, Spiss. for
Oh, wait,
dexterity
yeah.
saving throws.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I'll just roll a second time.
So
So
you definitely
nothing.
make it. Cersei, you would have made it if there wasn't a -1.
Yeah,
So you do get
felt it
hit.
in my soul.
And Pearl also gets hit. Okay.
It's okay. I've been healed quite a bit by Lighthouse, so Lighthouse might be my saving grace in this.
Okay. I was trying to remember what the damage I did for was it, but I remember now. Okay, 20 points of force damage for you, Cersei. Especially you don't take anything since it's either make it or fail. And 20 points of, I gotta write that down for Pearl as well. Takes 20 points of force damage. As that turn ends, the Beholder closes his eye again, and then he flickers it, spinning his new effect. Let's see what he's going to have. It was.
I imagine the symbol on it, the symbol over his eye is like it's like rotating like a slot machine.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny. Winner.
It also kind of gives. Have you seen Gravity Falls?
Oop.
At the very end, when
Yeah.
Bill is holding Maple and Dipper, and he's like,
Yes!
"Hey,
Oh,
Rainy."
Oh my god, we
Like,
need
that's
to make a
the-
Gravity Falls at you guys.
we
I've got some
do.
pills ready to make the corpses.
Oh, no
Yeah.
kidding, considering we have one child here.
Oh, we do. We've gained a child
We've gained a child.
because of magic.
Unwillingly due to
We've gained an unwilling child. How will surprise.
Oh no, she's willing. She's here to stab people. And by stab, I
Unwilling
mean
in-
shoot.
unwilling in the fact that they're a child.
Correct.
Yeah.
So just like the slot machine, there is a jackpot. Member.
Oh no! Wait, no, that's not good.
For us or
So
Jack.
now I'm gonna roll 2d6.
oh no.
Shit,
God.
Okay, 5 and 4.
shit, folks.
Now he does two things?
So you now have disadvantage on saves, and the field is coated with a thick feeling energy that's unfamiliar. You won't know what that is until its effect is applied. There are two effects. Yep. Number 2 is get an extra eye. So
Damn.
Number two is basically just combined two of the field effects.
yeah, you roll twice to get 2 different field effects. And if
You
I were to
win.
roll another 2, it would just stack on.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
Gross.
god.
Gross.
So we don't have the -1 anymore.
No more -1. So now you have disadvantage on saves, and there's a strange miasma feeling within the air.
Disadvantage on saves is real bad for us guys, because that's all he keeps doing.
Yeah. Alright,
Uh,
this.
As he does this, a turn has passed that you've had your compatriots attempting to help, and you see. I'm gonna have to roll for this one. Let me see. There's no.
Hold on, Rend, you can do it.
You got this. Oh, I forgot I had food the whole time. Damn it.
Nice.
I've been too stressed out.
3. Because I don't need a D4. That's fine. We'll just do. Let's make for something else. Okay. Okay. You see Faye kind of like falter to the ground onto one knee, and you've seen it before. The ethereal visual, especially for you, because since you can see it most clearly, Castilla, that ethereal miasmic aura that the warp gives off. I mean, it's coated everywhere in here. It's starting to kind of grab a hold to Faye. And Faye looks around, and as that happens, Pearl looks at her and she's like, "Remember what I told you? You're out." And Faye, kind of annoyed, looks and says, "All right, fine." And she jumps out.
You're out. I like how that was phrased, but oh no.
Faye is no longer in the field. You've lost Faye for the round. So
For the round or the whole time? No.
just gone for this fight.
Well, shit.
Anyone who's not used to the effects of the warp cannot stay here for very long, or else it does bad things to you.
That's not good, guys. That's not good.
The implications of what that means for us is wild.
Oh, we're fine. Don't worry about it.
We're chilling.
It's
But
good. Don't think about it too hard.
Hanging out.
It's like we've microdosed on radiation so
Oh.
much that we're immune to it.
Radiation! Jesus Christ!
Radiation poisoning. Nice.
Now I can make so many demon core jokes.
Oh no.
All right, now it's your guys' turn.
Oh God.
Guys, can I shoot the eye?
Shoot
Can
whatever.
I make it worse or good for us?
Shoot whatever you want.
Yay! Okay, great. Do I just go all in? Let's say fuck it and go?
It needs to die at some point.
Okay, so we have 2 eyes. How many eyes are left? 1, 2, 3, 4?
4, I think.
Yeah.
Or is
One,
there a 5th
4.
one here?
Just
Yeah.
4 eyes.
Is that a 5th one?
Nah, it's half
Okay.
out. Just 4.
Okay. Alright, cool. I'm gonna aim. Let's go. Nobody's over here. Let's aim for that one. Right in the corner. There are no consequences to this action.
Commit. to the
30,
bit.
20. Wait, are we
30.
minus 30?
No more -1s.
Great. 30. And I will roll my D100.
That's a 19-2 on the roll, so that's an automatic explosion.
Fuck yeah! Okay.
Jesus
is-
Christ.
Okay. I think I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5. Okay.
5.
I think
Well, I got double zeros and then a 5.
so. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't use D100 dice a lot in IRL, so
Yeah.
I need to get an actual D100.
They're really cool, but can take a hot minute to roll.
Yeah.
So, you see a halo of letters appear around your head.
Oh.
For the next hour, you are aware of someone you can hear is lying.
Ooh.
Oh.
So for the next hour, 1 hour, I can hear if somebody's.
The
Lying.
letters will basically tell you that they're lying when you hear someone say something, if they're lying.
Oh, perfect.
We
Pearl,
see-
get over
can
here.
Can we see a circle of letters around Castella's head, or
No, it's just Castilla.
It'd be kind of funny though. Castilla has flashing eyes, is now 16, has a fucking halo. Jesus Christ.
Looking more and more like a biblically
Okay.
accurate angel.
Roll your damage plus explosion damage.
Aye, aye, Captain. That's 32 for the original, and then add on 6 fire.
Yeah. Boom! You hit it.
Damn.
The bullet smacks onto the eyeball. The eye kind of twirls around, and as it does, an explosion just erupts from one end of it. It's looking real rough.
Awesome. There's nothing bad that can happen, guys.
Nope.
Let's do it again. Good news, I'm almost out of shots.
23.
Good news.
Oh, I just rolled damage, even though. Sorry. Okay.
That's cool.
Do
That
100.
hits. Definitely hits. Yeah, do 100.
I'm gonna take a picture of what I just rolled.
what did you roll?
Perhaps 100.
Did you roll triple zeros?
I rolled a 000 after talking about it. I'm not joking. I'm not fucking joking.
You
Nice.
rolled 100.
That's my first 100 ever.
Nice.
So,
That's cool.
you feel this invigoration because you're now restored of all your hit points.
Oh, cool. Does that also fix the fact that I'm 16 or
Nope.
no?
There was a healing spell in there.
Aw.
It
We
fully
found
restores you of your hit points.
We found it.
Okay,
We
I'll
found
take that. That's pretty good.
You know, I should be surprised that you did that. I should not be surprised that you changed like a few of the, at the very least, a few of the wild magic table.
Every single number has its own effect.
Okay, so so I assume you're going off of a homebrew wild magic table.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
Because before I looked at the. I'll admit I did have to pull up the wild surge table, and when Castilla rolled the gamer rainbow eyes, on the table it's for like the next minute you have to yell everything you speak.
Oh,
That's
that
fun
would have
one.
been funny. Okay. That's. Oh god, it reset. Okay. 31 points of damage to the eye.
Yeah, it's fucking blasted. You just smack through it again. The eyeball slams down. As it hits the rock, it lets out a bunch of that eye ooze onto it
Yeah.
before it slides back into the nothingness.
Very happy we are not near there. Okay. Do I go for Spiss's eye or do I go for this eye nobody's at? Let's go for this eye.
Yeah, I don't think we've hit that one.
Yeah. That one's also a lot further, so it'll be harder to get to.
23, and I already know I'm going to take a second shot, so let's just roll.
3 hits.
Which is 2 wild magic surges. That's a 60
60. Let's
and a 15.
see. So I mean, 60 is a little weird. You depends. You regain your lowest level expended spell slot.
That's actually not bad. I'll take. Oh, that's a second level for me because I haven't used any other. I'll take it.
All right. And what was the other one?
15.
15. Okay.
Okay.
You cast Hold Person on a creature within 20 feet of you.
Just
Within 20 feet of me. Do I have to?
You have to, because if you don't, you cast it on yourself.
Hi, Castilla.
Hi, sirs. Castilla's gonna choose to do it herself.
All right.
Yeah,
Her
yeah,
friends,
Cersei is,
her friends are doing stuff. Castilla can live a round or two frozen.
and also Cersei is flying, so that would not go well.
Oh.
Exactly. No, Castilla's gonna absolutely take it on
Into the
herself.
tentacles.
All right. Roll your damage for both hits.
Aye. Hold on, I'm not that. Here we go. Let's go with that icon. Ooh. Altogether, that's 1,
Damn.
52, 70 points of damage.
Mm,
Did I do that right?
no sneak on this one
I lied.
because there's no one near that eyeball.
True. True. I apologize. That's. Let me turn that off. That's 28. 34.
34 points of damage. All right. You shoot out the eye, and it does immense amounts of damage to that eyeball. It's still holding on, though. And
turn.
you freeze.
Yep.
With your RGB lights looking like a statue, just frozen there.
I'm sure, because since Castilla was looking right at Cersei and saying hi, I'm sure Cersei can see. Wonderful time.
I'm gonna squint a little. I'm like really bright. Like, oh,
The brightness
What
is delaying the other effect.
what is happening? Why do you look shorter?
Isn't it?
Castilla does not respond.
Oh, you can. So
What is going on? The soundscape.
Victa's gonna take his turn, casting fireball at this guy. Needs to make a dex save.
oh, wait a second. Okay, sorry. That guy did something last time. This guy did something last time. And I think it was. That guy was already marked. Okay. That's gonna change what happens next turn. So it was a save for what? Dex?
Yeah, dexterity.
Not very good. That is an 8.
All right, takes 29 points of damage.
Who was it again? Which eye?
This one, bottom right.
All right, 29 points of damage. You shoot the fireball as it blasts, hitting the eyeball, igniting it, and the eyeball kind of looks around and just withers as it hits the ground and slams back, going into the nothingness.
Nice.
Guys, it wasn't that hard. You guys just rolled really bad
We just
Yeah.
rolled like shit.
for a long time.
We were just
Got
really.
our asses
What, like
handed
it's
to
hard?
us for 3 hours.
Who knows if killing all the eyeballs is it, though? All right, continue.
Third phase.
Don't do this to us.
And Victa's gonna cast firebolt at the at Orm's main body.
All right, go for it.
Firebolt. That is a 26.
26 hits.
Dealing 16 damage.
That's pretty good for a fireball.
Bolt. Yeah, firebolt.
Yeah, firebolt.
Ah.
Yep, just the firebolt hits the eye and you get a blink from it. The eye is kind of like doing this weird glitchy thing because it's like phasing between two different effects. But yeah.
That's Victa's turn.
Oh, you had disadvantage on the firebolt.
Right.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Exact same number.
Yeah.
All right.
Disadvantage who?
Disadvantage who? Not me.
Not me.
Um, Spiss is
Who's
gonna
next?
Spiss is gonna take just regularly take her 3 hits against this eye in front
All
of her.
right.
If I could please hit it this time.
Oh,
You get 1 hit again.
I'm doing
Fine.
great.
It's a flailing little slimy eye.
Hmm. Delicious.
it's very wily.
Um, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 damage against it.
Hmm.
Um,
15 points of damage on it. As you damage it, it kind of retracts back and comes back into its previous position.
and Spiss is just gonna take a step back. I don't know if. Just because.
All right. Cersei.
Okay. Cersei will, she'll do like a sharp whistle, and Osera will turn her head on a 2-pence piece very quickly, and Osera will take a shot at this eyeball here.
How you doing?
Where is it? Lead.
I heard take a shot, and
Well,
I was like, oh, did Sarah get a gun?
Yeah, no, it was an advantage. Sorry, so that misses. That's just
Yeah,
a 12.
that misses. Yep.
That's fine. In that case, Sarah will, start to. I'm trying to think what's probably most useful. um, I'll go over to this area.
Should also make that wisdom save for being frightened.
Yeah, you
Damn.
can go ahead. Disadvantage though.
Right.
Either way, they both fail.
Like slightly worse. Yeah. So Sarah's just gonna move over toward Lighthouse just in case if Lighthouse needs to make. Hold on. Can Sarah get down here? She can. Okay.
I'm good here.
Okay.
Okay. Sarah's gonna come over here. No, I'm so sorry. I keep messing you about. I've decided I've changed my mind already again. Final answer up here.
Okay.
That was no real reason. Just to be another target. And Cersei is going to since over from like where I am, what sort of level plane is this eyeball and this eyeball on? Like, can Cersei see them from where she is, or would she need to fly up a little bit?
Most of them are at your level, except for the 2 to the top near the near Orem. They're about 10 feet higher.
Okay. Right. In that case, I'll stay where I am for now. I will aim for this one. And I will do where is it? Scorching Ray. Just a classic Scorching Ray. But I don't have a classic spell slot for it, so I will have to do it at 3rd level. And that is. We will have disadvantage on the rolls, so let me just roll that. So that's. Ray is. Did we do 1, 2, 3, 4.
They all hit.
They all hit.
They all hit.
Sweet. So the first one gets Osera's enhanced fire. So just add that on. And why aren't you rolling? Hello? Oh, there we go. So the first one does 13 fire damage. Next one, so that's 13 plus 5 is 16, 17, 18. Plus 3 is 21. Plus 3 is 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 24.
24 points of fire damage. And you were hitting the one next to Spiss?
Yes.
That's just enough. As all 4 beams just hit down, back and forth, hitting the eyeball. And the eyeball kind of retracts backwards as it usually does, and it doesn't slow down as it keeps falling forward. That is another eyeball gone.
And from a distance, I shoot Spiss some finger guns.
Spiss throws her hands up and shouts back, "Thank God."
You're welcome. Thinking about this. And that's all I'm gonna do. I like being down here. It's less terrifying.
All right, that's all your guys' turns, huh? Now it's the allies. Okay, Lighthouse goes to attempt to cast another Greater Heal Wounds. The magic comes out from Lighthouse, the yellowish energy from those intricate carvings from within Lighthouse illuminate. And then nothing.
Oh. Bye-bye, Lighthouse.
Well, I've never experienced this before. This isn't anti-magic either. And with that, Lighthouse is gonna move more over here.
Oh, is that the miasma that what that roll?
The miasma roll is anti-heal. No healing effects.
Oh.
Rats.
Able to come through while it's activated.
Yep.
Your gun thing didn't count because it's technically not the same magic. It's chaos magic. It does different things. It doesn't apply to the regular rules. Unfortunately, that's Lighthouse's turn. Lighthouse didn't come with much, but support magic. So,
I appreciate it.
The lion is going to attempt to strike again with his.
Come on, boy.
That one would hit.
Yes.
That one also just hit. That definitely hits. And that one's
yeah, 4 ain't bad.
He repositions himself, lifts his blade up, it shines slightly, and he goes in for his 3 slashes, nailing all 3 but 1. I'm gonna do the math for this. Okay. Plus his bonus bonuses. Plus the effect of the actual thing. Yeah, okay. I mean, it would count. Okay. Yeah, just shy of 80. 79 points of damage as he slashes repeatedly
Oh.
towards Orm's face. The eye now kind of leaking out eye juice from one end. Orm shakes his head, um, making a loud rumbling sound as this huge beholder head begins to shake in pain. All right. And let's see if Pearl can get rid of the last one. 3 hits from Pearl. No. No.
Come on, Pearly.
That one hits. Well, it's looking pretty hurt, but it's not out yet, unfortunately. Pearl goes and slashes the eye, and it did some significant damage, but it's still holding on. As that ends, that last eyeball goes out and does one beam towards Lighthouse. And we're going to roll the d6. Oh, no, it's not d6 for that one, sorry. It is a d10. 1. Oh. Okay. Wisdom saving throw from Lighthouse. We haven't gotten a 1 yet. And she's got disadvantage.
Got this lighthouse.
Come on, Lighthouse.
Okay.
Yeah?
Cool. Great. Doing
Succeeds.
great.
All right. You see for a second, Lighthouse's illumination and the eyes kind of change into a different color, and then they flicker back.
Ooh,
For he was attempting to charm her.
that felt
No!
dangerous.
That's it. That's only 1 eye stalk because he only has 1 eye stalk left. So then he is going to attempt 1 attack on his actual turn with that eye stalk. The beam slams down, shooting, crackling the ground itself, and it's going to attempt to attack Pearl. Pearl needs to make a dexterity saving throw. That's a success, so Pearl does not take any damage. A lot less scary when he has less eye stalks. But as that end turns, yep,
The benefit to killing all of them.
yep, his eyes
One by
flicker
one.
again, changing the effect that he currently has to 5. No longer 2 effects, just 1.
Okay.
While they stack, they reset when he does another. That's still the disadvantage on saves, so you guys still have disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay.
But no more anti-heal.
That's pretty good. I'll take it.
As that happens, the last eye stalk kind of stands, begins to glow, and the eye symbol that Orm currently has begins to spin.
No, no,
Sus-
thank you.
Not allowed.
Suspicious.
You see all the tentacles underneath kind of pulse.
No.
Get out.
It is now your guys' turn.
Ew.
Kill.
Oh, wait, never
we
mind.
lose a-
One more thing. You lose an ally.
Yeah, I was about to say, do we lose
Yeah.
a companion?
I need a coin for this because there's only
Bye,
2.
step of the wit. No.
Step them.
You
Oh, I
lose
have
2
one.
allies.
Kill the cat.
I mean, you could just roll. I mean, you could just roll there because it's between the 3 of them that are left.
Well, I think Pearl is used to it, so I don't think Pearl counts.
Okay, you could just do a D. You could just do a D4. 1 and 2 is the lion.
Yeah,
4 is
but
lighthouse.
a coin is fun.
Not the lion. He needs to deliver the killing blow.
So heads is the lion, tails is the lighthouse.
Tails.
A lighthouse.
I love you, Lighthouse, but Tails.
It's on the side.
It's tails.
Oh,
You see lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
The lights from the engravings on lighthouse begin to almost go out slowly as they start turning into this black. You ever seen for those of you who know Star Wars, the black lightsaber or whatever, it's black, but it still kind of has a glow to it. It gives off
Yeah.
Ah.
and lighthouse. I think I should probably leave. And Pearl gives her a look and a nod as Lighthouse jumps out back into the rip where Rend is. As that happens, Ren's hands kind of go in a little bit as the hole shrinks slightly. Lighthouse is out. You still have the lion. It is now your guys' turn.
Lion's gonna fuck shit up, guys. He's got this.
Fingers crossed.
Oh,
We just have
actually,
one eyeball
first,
left.
as it is your turn, the lion places his blade onto the ground. This is going to be his turn. And an aura begins to radiate from him. Whatever you do at the end of your decisions, stand directly behind me.
I can't.
Directly behind.
When he says that, he means at the very behind his character in some form. So it can be where Victa is currently, and that's technically considered directly behind.
So just in a line.
Yeah.
Not in a cone.
In a line.
Like in a positive or a negative fashion.
I don't know.
So it's just this eyeball left, just to clarify.
Yep.
I'm not missing anything. Okay.
Yeah, and okay. Victa is, if unless anyone else wants to go first.
No, if you got a way to get the little guy.
Debatable. Actually, wait. I have an easier. Yeah. Victa is going to. Okay, wait. How much damage does that do? Okay, that's all right. Okay, Victa is going to cast Scorching Ray at Orem's main body.
Okay.
That is right disadvantage, yeah. All right. That's for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Second and third.
The second one hits.
You
If you haven't realized yet, for the main body, it's a 20 to hit.
Okay.
The stocks were 15, the eye is a 20.
Dealing a simple 9 fire damage.
9 points of fire damage as you hit the eye directly. He's focused. He does not blink his eye. The symbols begin to swirl at a slow pace at start, but begin to pick up pace.
Right, and with his bonus action, Victa's going to command pitch to. First of all, just move slightly to the side to not hit Osera, and use his force bolt or his ballista to hit. Would Pitch's attack have disadvantage or?
No, pitch is not considered you.
All right, sick.
That hits.
That's a 28, dealing 13 force damage.
13 force damage. Hits the eye directly as it pulls back a bit and retracts. I mean, it's looking still kind of rough. It's still hanging in there.
All right, and that is Victa's turn. Oh wait, wisdom saves. Disadvantage on saving throws, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still feared.
Honestly, same though. I feel That is an accurate reaction.
But this is magical fear, so it's different.
Right.
That ends Vita's turn, so.
Hey. Okay. This is fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's cool. I will, or Sarah will, take a shot at this guy. Oh, that's wrong. That's me. That's not a Sarah. I forgot I'm saved.
That hits. 8 points of fire damage.
Measly.
Man, he's just hanging in there.
Okay. I have full confidence that Castilla can kill that eyeball.
That's if I can shake off the holding.
Oh, that's so true. I forgot you were held.
I'm doing great. I'm fine.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh, but you should have rolled at the end of your turn, I believe. Or is it the beginning of your turn?
I don't know. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold person spell. Target must succeed a whiz save at the end of its turn.
Yep, so you should have rolled for the end of your last turn when you got held, so.
Will do. And it's disadvantage on saves?
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's a 3.
Nope.
Okay.
Just let that's a 3. Okay. Just a quick clarifying question. The eyeball, it started to rapidly start to speed up and spin when this eyeball started to glow, like correlation-wise, or it just so happened to happen at the same time?
They have a correlation, but who knows whether or not it's
Correlation or causation.
right. They just might be glowing at the same time because of each other, but at the same, who knows if it's
Okay.
the reason? That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. And I understand that these eyeballs, they're stationary on the map. Are they stationary enough that they would remain within a 5 feet radius of themselves, or no?
Which ones?
These eyeballs, because I know they're on stalks, which kind of implies that they can move.
Yeah, but they're gripped onto these pillars.
Okay, so it wouldn't move out of the way of a radius spell.
It could still take a attempt to dodge something, but it probably wouldn't most likely not.
I assume you're referring to a ball of fire.
No, I don't. I don't have
or flaming sphere.
No, it's a stationary 5 feet that remains in a space, and whether or not it would be able to move out of that 5 feet was just what I was wondering. Okay.
It can, but whether or not the eyeball is conscious enough to do so is different.
Okay. Sure. Okay, I will do that then. Okay, so using my 4th level spell slot. So there is no sky or space above us realistically, other than a dark, inky
It's a
night
dark
skies.
Yep.
But the spell does not actually specify that I have to see the sky.
It's Moonbeam.
It's Moonbeam. Just to be thematic. So Cersei looks up to where the sky would be and looks toward the eyeball. And as her tattoos start to glow, a rip starts to appear in space, almost similar to how Rend pulled the reality apart. It almost starts to rip in space, and Cersei's focusing on Mizu and the connection to the moon and Anastasia, effectively. And as she like pulls her hand down, the space rips open, and a white light of like Mizu like streams through the darkness, and she casts Moonbeam on
All right.
this guy here. So he gets to make a Constitution saving throw, which feels fun. We don't get many of those.
That's a 15.
That's a fail. So at 4th level, he takes 4d10 radiant damage. Is he gonna let me roll it? Oh yes, it is. How kind of it. So 17 radiant damage on that eyeball.
Which is really good.
I'm just trying to make a little circle so I remember where it is.
Well, he was just hanging in there. So, as the beam comes down, this rip through space above, showing a depiction of Mizu from within it. The beam comes down and radiates across, shining most of the room from just the light itself appearing, hitting the eye stalk. And as it does, the eye stalk begins to burn this almost radiant light, and it falls. It had like 2 points left.
Yeah, it was my terrible roll on Sarah's attack. So the moon beam remains in that space so long as Cersei is focusing on it.
Mhm.
So it has almost illuminated the darkness, which I imagine is 10 times more terrifying, because if you look down now, the tentacles are just like...
Oh yeah, you can
boiling.
see a much more active there now. Yeah.
The clarity is
Terrible.
unreal.
Are you not able to move Moonbeam?
I can, but it's an action to move it. So I cannot
Also
move
no.
it on this turn.
Okay.
And then for the unknown instruction that the lion gave, Cersei will move behind him
All
as
right.
instructed.
Okay. All right. Spiss, you're last.
Yep. So the eye stalk closest to the big eye, or big aurum. You said that's kind of like up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's like they're both 10 feet up, 10 feet from where we currently are up.
okay.
For you, it's not 10 feet though. There's a level above you that's 5 feet, and then it would just be another 5 feet.
Okay.
Like steps.
Yeah. So it wouldn't need to be one direct 10 feet jump. It could be a 5 foot and a 5 foot jump.
Okay. Um. Okay. I'm trying to think. Because either way, I'm not going to be able to get behind the lion. So I'm trying to get up to the eye. So I'm trying. So it would be. So I count like that's like 10 feet minus 10 feet, I guess. For those jumps, would that be? Or do I not count?
I think it only affects you if, I mean, what is your jump?
It's a great question.
Your jump distance, because I think if your jump distance beats it, it doesn't really affect your movement.
Um. That's a great question on what my jump is.
Give me a moment.
Right.
I'm posting general chat and high jump.
Thank you, Owen, for having my back at all times.
3 plus your strength modifier.
If you, the first one is if you move 10 feet immediately before. What would be relevant would be the when you make a stand-in high jump, you can jump only half that distance. Each foot you clear on the jump costs a foot of movement.
Okay, so it would count, yeah. So it'd be a 5 foot. It would be 10 feet just to get to that top platform
Okay.
of movement.
Okay.
So even with using a
Then,
dash, would you not be able to make it to the?
oh, that's right. I always forget about dash.
Sometimes it's more important to make sure you get to a place instead of taking a hit or being
Yeah.
able to hit something. Yeah.
Okay. And dash doubles, right?
Yeah, it
Yep,
doubles.
double your movement.
Okay. Then yeah, I'd easily be able to make it up and right behind the lion. Is where Spiss would go.
All right.
She would.
You jump, 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 and jump across right behind the lion as he's holding the blade. You feel this radiating energy from him, coming from the blade itself.
As Spiss comes up, she's like, "Hello," and just ducks
Nice.
behind him.
Make sure you're directly behind me, especially if you're exactly there, because I have a feeling this is going to be big.
I trust.
What's gonna be big?
Can me and Cersei make do something to like try and drag Castilla 5 feet to the left?
Well, Castilla's turn would end. You get one more saving throw because this is for this turn. The last one was for last turn, and
Would like to quick do yeah, with disadvantage.
with disadvantage, I would say
That's a 3.
No.
nope.
God.
Unfortunately, with hold person, you're magically still in place.
Yippee.
I don't think there's a way you would be able to move unless you can dispel the hold person.
No. I don't think so.
Yeah, she's like locked magically within place of where she is, so moving her is not really an option.
Can I? Because I didn't move Osera on my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Can I quickly give a whistle to Osera? She can't do anything, but could she sort of like stand over Castilla to give her like half cover or like
She can
an
body block.
AC
That's the thing.
plus
Yeah, that's fine. Osera's going to
something?
take the brunt of whatever the damage is, but whatever exceeds Osera's HP is going to still be directly hit to Castilla.
Yeah.
Castilla can take it.
Yeah. She'll do it.
Take
Yeah. Osera will stand over Castilla.
How much HP does Osera have currently?
Currently?
It is doubled with Chronos, remember, from the original HP.
Currently, she has 89 hit points.
29 hit points. That's a lot. That's a big, beefy shield.
God bless Osera.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
It's real cool. It double like because it's 5 plus every level of druid that Cersei has, and then it's doubled because of Kronos form.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Sarah Kronos is beefy.
Kronos, please
Alright.
save us. Please save.
Does that end everyone's turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Pearl is going to look at the situation. Let's see the distance for Pearl. This is actually the real. Will they make it or not? Pearl's
They got
far.
this.
Pearl's
They
very.
got this.
Pearl can't be directly behind the lion, so Pearl has to make it a different way.
I mean, allies can allies can willingly take the same
Move
space as
through.
each other
Okay.
because it's only just like it's only that like for example like abandoned would allow you like in the same space as you.
Okay, so this is still going to be a big jump for Pearl, though. That is a 15-foot.
Mm.
This is
Uh,
how we level pose the enemy.
so Pearl's going to run across and to jump, making a acrobatics check. Oof.
Oh,
the
Pearly, come
Pearl's
on!
Acrobatics is
When to be athletics though?
athletics. Sorry, yeah, that's not much better. Pearl is technically a paladin.
Pearl.
Pearl isn't wearing heavy armor though, so there's no disadvantage there. So Pearl jumps across and grabs onto the edge, almost slipping off, and she lifts herself up. She would just be fine, and she does. I'm gonna place her here for now, but yeah, she's with you there. She takes the same space as you, if you allow it,
Yep. Yeah.
and Pearl places down her shield in front of her.
You know what? No, I do not allow it. Shoves her just.
Speedy
Shove-
EG origin story.
Shoves her off the rock entirely.
Long live the king.
You can.
No,
this is
no. Jesse, no.
It is your decision, Spiz. You
Spiss would,
can.
Spiss would not.
Oh, come on. Maybe.
Come on, goof around a bit. Be a
Yeah, go for
a
it.
bit.
Good for
Let her
him.
be
Ha,
evil.
ha, ha.
Whoa.
Technically,
Whoa, diggling you over the edge.
technically, Spiss
Japanese
could save
nightmare
her.
down there.
Spiss could save her immediately.
This does save your life, but actually pushes her. Like, oh shit.
Shoves her and immediately casts levitate.
As your guys' turns end, the symbol in the eye begins to spin faster and faster and faster and faster. The glowing from beneath you pulses and pulses and pulses. Some of those eye stalks that were dead but slammed onto the rocks and still kind of holding on there pulse very low. And then you see the tentacles grip as hard as they can to all the rock. Orem lunges forward and bites onto the rock in front of him.
No likey.
And as the pulse keeps going and going and going and going and going, this aura radiates from the lion, all encompassing like a shield in front of him. A thick layer of radiant energy. The symbols stop, lock, instantly, and they all align perfectly. And a flash of dark, blackish purple lights just emanates and covers everything. You see the lion holding onto the blade with all his might. The edges of this force field slowly kind of burning away. Oh, this is doing a lot more than I thought it was going to do. The ground itself from around, those pillars just eradicated from the energy itself, burning. Currently, the field is giving off a cone-like protection from the beam. So initially, you are getting from the lion a protection that's like this. But as the beam rips away the light, it starts to shrink thinner, thinner, and thinner until it's only encompassing directly behind them. See how much damage Osera takes, and that will be reduced to how much damage you can take.
Godspeed, Sarah.
Godspeed her, Sarah.
This is a big hit, but he can roll really shit.
Better roll shit. He owes us.
Oh no, Sarah.
It's his turn to roll
Is
shit.
this,
Even if it's
is
just the
this
brunt.
is this a cone effect, or is it? Because I'm wondering if
It is encompassing. Oh, pitch is gone. is encompassing
Stand
everything past where the eye is.
The casual
Oh,
pitch is
okay.
gone.
Yeah. Pitch is just you just see pitch for a second and then just
Thing.
No, oh,
Just gets
I know
gets
what this is. Hold on.
encompassed.
Hold on. I gotta find a gif.
This is not
gonna
what
be the
I-
baby.
Thankfully, pitch is just a simple construct that is like
That's resummonable.
a reasonable construct.
Pretty much. Yeah.
No.
The fact that Salt Snake is just in a fucking box, and
Oh no, that was the
I-
first thing I could find.
and I hate the fact that I know exactly what that is.
Smash Bros.
All right. Can I? Let me see. Oh, I can. Okay. I can do.
No.
Oh. I hated that.
All right. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of ones there, which is good.
Okay.
As it rips through everything around, Osera kind of holds ground. Kronos in Kronos form, encompassing you, and slowly, Kronos begins to just dissolve
No.
from the pure, just energy, just radiating.
No, baby.
The fact that Castilla has no idea what the fuck is going on because she's
Mm.
facing away.
She can't see.
Yeah, she's facing to the side.
How many points was Kronos again? 89 was it?
So, Castilla takes 15 points of damage.
I'm a-okay.
Till you take 15 points of damage as the beam keeps going, and then there is only the pillar directly behind the lion and the lion's pillar itself. In fact, it's broken to only where around you guys are standing. The eyes flicker. Orm blinks. They flicker again. He lets go of the rock in front of him. Hi. You see pulse from beneath him again. The eye spins. As you can see on the image of Orm currently, there are two very round shapes on the sides of the head. One of them kind of bursts.
Oh.
The familiar orb is spinning from within that area. I used too much. And then it activates. It swirls, and as it does, it begins to rip apart things around it and sucking it from within. The flesh of Orm slowly starts to erode and tore into pieces, sinking from within the orb itself. Pearl goes, all right, I think this is it. I think we need to get out of here. How are we going to do this? Anyone has a way to get us across to the hole?
I mean, I did.
Over here, I assume, the portal.
The portal would be kind of where the moonbeam is.
Yeah. The darker blue squiggle
Yeah,
is what
there is no
is.
platform there anymore. All that rock is gone.
Oh.
Oh, I do. Hold on, I do. For like a brief second, Cersei holds her necklace, and I gain back a spell slot. And then I look at Victor, and I go, "You were pretty good at controlling me last time I was a bird, so I guess good luck." And I will polymorph myself into a bird.
Okay.
Question: How long does the hold? How long did the hold person last on Castilla?
Castilla, you can. Oh, a minute would pass. Now it's free time right now as everything's starting to.
Cool. Castilla no longer has that. No longer. How long do the eyes flashing last?
That also doesn't say when it's gonna end.
Oh fuck.
Let me check again.
Hopefully in
Yeah,
1
none
minute.
of them say when they're gonna end. So
Hold
most of
person-
these are gonna end at the end of the day. The only
Most,
one that
uh-huh.
might not is the H one.
Can we talk?
hold person is up to a minute,
Up
like
to a minute
normally.
then.
Right? No, the whole person ends. She means the effects from the
Other stuff.
Okay.
wild magic.
Yeah.
The other wild
Okay.
magic effects.
Yeah, those are less debilitating than not being able to move.
Yeah. No. Cool. I'm free. I can turn my head.
Yeah, you're a bit burnt up. These black licks of ether kind of
40 feet.
just fling off of your arms from the remaining energy that hits you.
It still looks very tired.
Understandable. We're all very tired.
As a bird, Cersei looks like she's freaking out and is gonna take off in a second.
Oh.
Okay, Victa is going to do a very quick animal handling roll.
Go for it.
24.
Very good.
Let's
Very good.
go.
I would say that succeeds.
She calms down.
Yeah.
But she's got that classic, like, really wide-eyed stare that she's like, I hate everything that is happening right now.
All right. Victa is going to quickly climb. Victa's going to quickly climb on. Cassetta, get on. We do not have time.
Right. Yep.
And Victa is going to do another animal handling roll, but to command Birdsea to go over to the rest of the party.
Birdsie!
That is a 9.
I mean, it counts for your first one, I would say.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have you death roll multiple times here.
Birdsie!
So you fly across, you pick up the rest of them. The lion kind of lifts his blade up from the ground. He almost falls for a second, and he holds himself up. All right, that was a little more than I was asking for. We need to get out. And they hop onto Birdsea. Are you capable of carrying 5 people?
I can carry 4 on my back, but I can carry only 1 in my claws because I have to do two-handed. I can't carry more than 1 person in my claws.
Right, the lion offers to get carried by a claws. He doesn't really care.
Aw.
Yeah. All right. Do you want me to roll again or to get to the portal, or?
No, what I need to do is, so Cersei, as you're flying towards the portal, I need you to make a strength check.
Oh God!
You are flying near and across this black hole that's just opened up, that's sucking everything around it in.
What could you do? Advantage
cool.
this.
Okay, well, the bird has better strength than Cersei does, so that's good. Just a flat strength check.
Just a flat strength. Oh, it's a strength saving throw, technically. You don't have disadvantage on saving throws anymore. The eye effect is no longer active.
Fingers crossed, folks. Fingers crossed.
It'll be the same because the bird's is higher than Cersei's is. Birdsea is better than Cersei. Confirmed. Okay.
Air Cersei.
Plus
11.
3. Plus 3.
Oh, plus 3? Okay.
I don't know if that matters. Plus 3.
It always matters. Let me go back to simpler. So you fly across and you begin to try to head towards the portal. As you do, you're kind of stationary right now, but you're still making pace, but it almost feels like you're moving at a slug's pace. Okay, I roll. 12. Okay. Ren's hands get closer again as he's struggling to keep this rip open. Go ahead, Cersei. I got another roll.
All I'm saying, guys, is Birdsea cannot take a hit. So
don't say that.
We do not want any damage to happen to us right now. Okay.
You got this. That's better.
16?
16. You make it even closer. In fact, let me give you a visual. Let me grab Cersei over here to see where you're at. Initially, you were able to fly here just fine. You got to here, and it was a bit of a struggle. You were here, and now you're currently here. Your position that you need to get to is. Let's give a. Well, I guess I can move. Is here, so you're not far off.
Okay.
I do another roll for 16. That's a little better, but you do see his hands get closer again, just slightly, as the hole becomes smaller. Go ahead. Another 16.
6, 17, 18, 19!
19.
Yay!
As you make it just there, Ren's about to let go of the hole, and you slip into the remaining rip in this dimension. As the last thing you see before you, behind you, the rest of you, is that black hole suck everything in. Orem is kind of lost life at this point. The eye no longer showing any life at it as pieces of his body start to rip apart and sink into the hole. In the last moments, the other ball on his head opens up as the other orb reveals itself, floating straight into the black hole. And the hole ends. The Terran time disappears. Ren's hands move apart. You don't see Ren. You don't see anyone for a split second. You just see dark. And you lose consciousness for a second. Let's change time. Music, I mean.
Oh, let's change time. Guys, another 5-year skip.
I wouldn't-
Oh.
5-year time.
You're younger now.
Oh, great.
You've
The
got time
party
to
are all
game.
now children.
No, I meant you. So
Oh,
the
fuck.
time skip, I don't know would really do anything to you.
Brings Castilla back to where she was
Yeah.
before.
Oh, there we go. That's how we fix it, guys.
Sure.
Oh, no.
Alright, let's see.
Um,
I need a more normal track here that doesn't sound like absolute death.
Also, can you share what song you used?
For this one?
It's really good.
This is White Stone Black. It is a Final Fantasy 14 song. A lot of the thematic ones that have meaning to them are gonna be from 14, just because I know what the songs mean and I can kind of base things around it.
Hell yeah. Thank you. It's a bop. That's why I like it.
That's a good song. A lot of the ones from that raid are good songs. There was a singular song that would. Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, we'll take our 10-minute break right now. And we'll see what happens with the conclusion of the current issue. So,
Dragon Ball Z.
We wake up 5 years in the past
Wow.
this time.
Oh my god.
That just resets everyone. We're like, hey, we're back.
Hey, you're finally awake.
My 5 years back.
If we because like one thing I think about constantly is the fact that Spiss technically was 13 when the original party got like time warped.
What?
So
Oh.
Wait,
Wait, how
'Cause-
old is this?
Spiss is 18, right?
no. Spiss
Fuck,
is
I
like
mixed that up.
23.
Fuck, I lied.
So Spiss was 18.
18. Okay, I lied. Spiss was 18. I was like thinking about that a bit recently. I was like, huh.
Yeah, Spiss
Yeah,
is
no, I
23.
fucked that up. Spiss and Castilla are the same age. Aw. Or they were.
They would. They were. Yeah.
You were?
No, Castilla is currently 16, right?
Castilla's currently 16.
And Spiss was 18.
Right, I'm saying like 23 and 23. Or no, fuck, wait. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because
Hold
you
on.
lost. Castilla lost 7 years, right?
9 years.
9 years, right?
Okay, she's
so
25. I lied. They're nearly the same age. She's the same age as a sibling. That's where I'm going for. Everyone
We got
ignore
there.
me right now.
We got there in the end. We got there in the end.
We did.
Oh,
Wait.
God.
Castilla's 16
can we have a quick
now.
HP sound off? I'm just interested to know where everyone is.
Victor's at 100%.
84.
Spiss is at 44 out of 107. So less than half.
77 out of 77.
Nice.
I would have definitely been downed had it not been for that wild magic heal.
I'm on 63. To be fair, Lighthouse really saved my ass because I was that that heal really helped. And to be honest, that heal saved most of Osira's hit points. She was 1 hit point off max from Lighthouse's heal. Oh. R.I.P. my gal. Though remember, Osira can't die, so she's not technically from any plane. Technically,
Yeah, it's a similar situation to Pitch.
yeah, she cannot die. So, though she can hold a grudge, so I guess it depends on how she feels about Cersei being like, "Hey, come over here and sacrifice yourself, real quick."
Come body block.
I feel like Osira would understand the concept of block this person from Death Beam.
Yeah, Osira is pretty chill. She's a good fire spirit. At least that's how I made her to be pretty chill. But some hold grudges.
Oh, Sarah's getting all the treats.
Sarah's a good gal.
Oh, I can rip up my sticky notes now.
She's a gal.
She's a gal. Does Osira support the gays?
Also, Sarah supports the gays.
Thank God.
Osira supports the gays, but Osira also is definitely like non-gender conforming because Osira is also Kronos and Flash and Vesper.
Sarah is gender fluid, like me.
It's kind of hard to put a gender towards a sentient thing of fire. So yeah.
Sentient flame.
Gender fluid.
Osira is everything and nothing.
Perfect.
That's how it is.
I can now tell people that I share the same gender identity with a flaming animal creature thing.
Insane energy.
This is great. To be fair, the base of a fire spirit is that it doesn't actually have like a form. You can make it look like whatever you want. So it's even more like they just are.
It's just Osira.
They just are Sarah. Yeah. I just like tigers. That's literally the only reason I chose for Sarah to look like a tiger. Because I like tigers.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Feywild tigers.
I just imagine Cersei like peeking, like just like sees a tiger, just like, holy shit, that's sick.
I want to do that. Wow. I got to decide all of her family's wildfire spirits too, which was fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Apart from her mum's, because she's not a wildfire druid, but you know.
Yeah, Mom does her thing.
Mum's a Circle of the Stars druid.
Stan.
Stan. But yeah.
Castilla's 16 now, right?
Correct.
Okay. Sorry, I was taking a look.
You're
at-
good.
For some reason, or not for some reason, I was double checking how old Spiss's youngest sister was.
Oh no.
She was 12. I thought she was
Aw.
I thought she was 16 or something. For some reason, I had their
God.
ages lining up in my head, and I'm like, hold on, no,
I
not
was
quite.
planning on doing a Castilla outfit update, but I guess I'm doing a different version of that now.
We are also all in our like ball gowns and stuff.
Yeah, and considering Castilla's shorter, it's now a lot more puffy than remember.
Oh,
The fanciest fight for our life ever.
oh my god.
Technically second because we also kind of did it the original fight with Orm /
Yeah.
Valentis.
This is
Damn.
Spiss's fanciest fight ever. Spiss wasn't dressed up for that guy that fight. I'm just realizing the first time Spiss met all of you, you guys were just dressed up fancy fighting this guy in like a courtyard. And she went like, yeah, you
Yeah.
freaks.
Yeah, pretty much.
We were so fancy for that as well because we were like, this is Castella's wake. Like we have to
Fun
we have
fact,
to make ourselves look cool.
I originally designed that dress to be more of a wedding dress-esque design because the whole Valentis, that was before we knew much.
Mm-hmm.
So I find it very funny that Castilla's gone from like almost a wedding dress attire to this pretty ball gown, and also like both times she's I don't know. Can you tell my brain stopped working tonight? Anyways,
No, I love it.
I'm doing my best, I promise.
Both times, getting ready to unfortunately marry Orem, but really taking the till death do us part really seriously.
She's learned her lesson.
making sure that that actually counts. Making sure it takes into effect.
This man is not getting married to me. By God.
Castilla is canceling this wedding at all costs.
She's already engaged to a person she loves, but unfortunately, questionable right now.
I still remember Castella like on the way out being like, hey, like, do you want to marry me? Basically.
I love them so much. They've been engaged since childhood. But like, did they ever flirt in person? Not that much, honestly.
It was great. It was a great experience. Everyone just watching as Castella's like fumbling and then being like, yeah, maybe we can get married when I get back. I don't know. And essentially proposing to Quinn in front of everyone.
She's doing great, guys.
Oh my.
Straightest person you'll meet.
Yeah.
So straight.
So straight.
So straight. Fumbling who? No,
What?
not Castella.
No.
Never heard of him.
And then Castella's had like a secondary crush on like half the party.
Oh, yeah. I'm not commenting on that right now. Considering there's a chance something else might happen. Castilla's poly. Quinn's poly too.
Yeah.
But there might be a plan behind the scenes, guys.
When?
Ooh.
Take your guesses. Have fun with it. Castilla does not have time to think about romance in her 16-year-old body right now.
That is true.
Considering all the people she wants to romance are 25 up.
That is true.
Therefore, they are simply teenage crushes right now.
I love the idea that like Castella gets a bit like quiet around people that she's got a crush. She's like, oh.
So half the party, yeah. Except for Victa. Sorry, Victa. Love you, but not like that.
Castilla can talk
Listen,
to only
he is more
Victor.
than chill. He is more than chill with that.
Probably the last thing on Victor's mind is romance.
Literally.
Victor's like, thank God.
Casilla gets awkward around all the gals, and then talks to Victa as if everything's normal, and talks about the recent hyperfixation.
All right. You all begin to gain consciousness. Around you, rubble. The remains of a tower. You can see the city still intact, the rest of it at least, but some signs of skirmishes. There's still a smog above you. The force field is still activated. One end of the force field looks a little rougher than the other, though. Directly around you, it seems to be the remains of where you last left off. Broken containment units, a computer, two computers destroyed except for one monitor that's activated. The bodies of these strange creatures that were in the tubes, just thrown around.
Vita is going to go up to the computer that's still on and see what's on it after doing his best to like meander around the rubble and whatnot to like actually be able to look at the screen.
All right, you head towards the computer. On the computer, it has a few designations. It seems to be faltering between its ability to do things, since all the computers do different stuff. But the last thing it says on there in common is fire successful.
Oh.
God damn it. The gun seems to have get one last blast off. There's no telling where it hit.
Everything hurts.
You see the computer now change in what it says. There's this part at the bottom that keeps blinking. It says, protection field damaged. Recommendation, deactivation and repair. And at the bottom with the blinking light, it says deactivate or don't deactivate.
Vita is going to fumble a bit with trying to figure out how the hell he interfaces with this.
Make an intelligence check. You know how to use technology in a sense, and perhaps there's a way you can figure it out from what you know. It's not bad. It takes you a minute, but you kind of can figure out how to, at the very least, click a choice between yes or no.
All right. Vita chooses to disable the force field.
As you click it, the computer kind of shuts off, and there is a couple of dots that appear. And then from the very top of the field, it begins to slowly erode. Slowly, you see the field from the top disassemble itself. Deactivation successful. You can see the sun shining from past the holes that are ripping open from the field itself, shining in for probably the very first time in a long time on the top of this sector of Eden. With those rays of light entering the vicinity, you can now see the damage that had been left. All of Eden Tower is completely destroyed. The gun slammed down at some point as the tower just imploded within itself and landed on a couple of buildings. It's a pretty big gun. There are fires here and there. There are mechanical bodies spread across from what you can see, as well as some people. You see some royals, a lot of the militia, but a lot less than the robotic counterparts. The strange thing, Victor, is that around you is your companions, Pearl included. No lion, no fae, no lighthouse, no rend.
Where is everyone else? Lion, Faye, and where?
Pearl kind of slowly gets up. Considering the amount of warp energy that was in there, we probably all got sent to multiple different places. Though it's strange that the lion's not here. He's with us.
Can I use is my wild magic flashing saying if Pearl's lying or not?
It's saying Pearl's saying the truth.
Cool, great. Thank you.
Perhaps his lack of acclimation to that amount of warp energy had a different reaction to that amount of it.
He did get hit with the brunt of it. Is everyone okay?
As okay can be.
Well, not dead at least. Victor says, like glancing at shorter and younger Castilla.
Still is fucking clueless, so
I'm fine.
Still looks like she's playing. I forgot the name of that song.
Caramel Downson.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I think there's someone missing that we should probably look for.
Right. Doctor, was
Wiley.
first mentioned. Was first mentioned Victor or
Wiley?
Oh, Verse.
Verse.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, like Verse being here.
Would have saw Verse when the elevator was getting sent up, and Verse was trying to sneak over to let go Raven.
All right. I'm going to assume that the Dr. Wiley is still somewhere in here in this place.
That's not who my concern is for.
Is Raven still in the tube, or is it broken?
The tubes are all broken.
Okay. We need to find Raven.
Yeah.
I mean, if the she kind of points up to the sky that she can now see. You know, if that's gone and the eyeball's gone that was stopping the magic, could we use the orb? The scrying orb?
I still have. Yes, we can use the scrying orb.
On who, the Wiley or Wiley
Raven.
or Raven?
Raven.
Raven, okay. Alright.
Those are good ideas, B.
Still's gonna pull out scrying orb. And do you want me to do it, or do you want to someone else take care of it?
You can do it.
Great. I'm gonna scry for Raven.
Right? Your vision goes black. Your body, your mind goes within the orb, and you see an image of the rubble. And you yourself, the rest of you, as it scoots a bit to the right and gets closer to the rubble itself, showing Raven sunken in somewhere in the rubble. To your right, not too far off.
Castilla's gonna immediately drop the scry and run right towards the rubble.
You run towards the rubble and you begin to attempt to dig out in the area where Raven is, I'm assuming.
Yes, trying her best to pull onto this soul line to find her, if possible.
Biss follows immediately and starts digging wherever Castilla points her.
Which is probably going to be assistance, probably going to be necessary. Some of this rubble is pretty heavy. As you begin to dig out, you see hair poke out, and you dig out further, and there is Raven within the rubble, unconscious, still breathing. What it seems like.
Victa is going to like be closer to them, like as they're doing that, and actually I
Who's by Raven right now? I need to know
Castilla.
locations.
And Spiss, I
Castilla,
think.
Yeah.
Spiss.
Victa
Victor,
would have like
you approach.
would have approached like assistance, that not in the physical, like assistance but not moving rocks. He's
Yeah. What are you doing, Cersei?
I'm watching Pearl. There's many things I've heard conflicting about Pearl, and I don't trust her on her own.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? Because Raven's now dug out of the rubble, unconscious on the ground.
okay. Okay, in that case, with Victa's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Pearl, since the other two people with healing magic are currently
You mean
doing
Raven?
other things.
Raven.
Raven, yeah, right.
Pearl's gonna be like, I was feeling fine, but thank you.
Yeah, 1d8. So that's 9 HP.
You cast Cure Wounds. This radiant magic emanates from you, and as it nears Raven, it turns black.
No.
Who has the highest perception here? Passive perception.
19.
I think it's Castilla, I think.
19.
Yeah.
I am all seeing.
Where's my dice?
Oh shit, is she doing the thing when she gets unconscious she has to like suck an ether? Or something. I swear that's something she did.
She did do that before.
Yeah. Preparing herself almost.
When was that? Was that before she had the screaming episode? Was that?
Don't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, it was. It was like
I feel like it was.
no. I think the screaming episode was what led to her passing out.
Yes, the screaming episode's what led to that because we tried to wake her up and heal
Right.
her and nothing happened.
Okay,
These come out.
got it. I will look for that section.
Yeah.
Casilla is prepared to give over any ether necessary. Wait, because hold on, cross-referencing my moat abilities. Hold on. That's not the right one. Because the eyes basically like was ether related, would suck it in, and considering her ether powers, I would assume it's connected to her.
You no longer have Raven's abilities currently active.
Right. I meant like from what Emily remembered, not Castilla.
Wait, sorry. What was the question again? Or the what
Is
did you-
it the same situation like when Pearl? God, there's so many of them. Raven had screamed, and then afterwards you tried to wake her, and she was like her body was sucking in ether before it stabilized.
No, that was a different coloration to that. It didn't turn black.
Oh.
I gotta stop reorganizing this stuff. Okay. Let me just get the
You're good.
D20 out. There's like 2 D20s in the set too, which is unless you bought me this metal actual just Dungeons and Dragons set of dice.
Hell yeah.
And these D20s will not come out. There you go. Thank you. Heavy thud. Okay. Good to know. It's nice sometimes to roll and you guys don't know what it is.
Oh.
Concerning.
You feel that. A sense of perhaps something is interfering that's not allowing you to heal currently. And then you hear chains.
Oh. Guys, it's not a lullaby. Just chains.
A blade rapidly passes the rest of you, impales the ground next to Raven. Don't move. I can do a lot with that blade there. You see from within her little pocket, impulse. Well, you made quite a ruckus of everything, which is great. Not my problem. And you found my sister, which is also great. You hear footsteps as tumbling, trying to stand up from the other end, all the way to the other end, closer to where Pearl is. Bob kind of tries to stand up.
Bob.
Pearl. Three gunshots. Bob tumbles back down. Pearl holds a gun in her hands.
He shot him with that, like, because Ceci's right next to her.
Yeah.
Would I have seen her do that, or was it
saw
so
it.
quick?
Very quickly the first thing you would have noticed is the color change in Pearl's hair. And then, unknowingly, you didn't know Pearl had a gun on her, pulls out the weapon and just unleashes 3 shots.
Can I cast, as she does that, I cast Entangle underneath her.
What are you trying to grab?
Her. She has to make a strength saving throw or she's restrained.
Right, okay. Strength.
She's a paladin.
She's a paladin.
So
that is a 16.
fail.
Fail.
So like as the gunshots go off, she doesn't look at Bob, but she hears the thud and she rips her hands up and the ground just like these vines, these gnarled vines. Like Cersei's magic is usually quite pretty. You will notice it's very flowery and beautiful, but these are proper like gnarled vines, and they reach up and they wrap around her arms and pull them down to her sides and make her face her. And she just holds her hand, like ready to do anything. Because Dad, no bueno, my man.
Oh, look, we each have a hostage. Great. Impulse begins to slowly walk towards Raven, pulling the chain with her, the blade still staying next to her. At any moment, I can override the magic within the dagger. And I don't know if any of you magic tech people here know about what happens when a magical item gets overflown with magical energy. It kind of blows up. You have a choice. Because I'm fair. Pearl or Raven? Of course, I take my sister from Pearl back. You can have her. In this moment, you feel a strange sensation. From within one of your pockets, a burning, almost, a heat. Not too hot, but a little singe.
Can I try and subtly, like, reach my hand in my pocket to see what it is?
Make a stealth check. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand for your own pocket.
You got this.
Sleight of hand your own pocket.
Sleight of hands to see if you're noticed.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
It is funny. 20.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
The relief here.
You go into your pocket and you pull out very slowly to look at the just clear glass stone you were given.
Oh.
It radiates with heat, and it's getting hotter.
Like,
A choice?
hot. Is it getting hot as in, like, oh, this might explode? Or.
You don't know.
Ooh.
If I don't hear anyone say anything within the next few minutes, I'll make a choice.
why are you even giving us one?
A reward for getting rid of Aurum. A loose end. One of greed's pets. Off its leash.
Can I ask a question about the chain with the knife?
What about it?
The end that Impulse has, is it like she's holding the end, or is it like looped or something? Like, could it be? Could I pull it out of her
It
hand?
magically wraps around her arm. It is part of the item. So it latches onto the arm, and when she throws it, it lets go as much as it needs, and then it retract. Whenever it comes back, it relatches itself around the arm.
Is it metal all the way? It's a chain the whole way.
It's a metallic material. Of course, I don't have to give you one. It's fine. But you've been so good, successful, surprisingly. Of course, I'm probably gonna get chewed out by our oldest sister when I get back. But she's not me.
Okay, so the like table talk, but like the option, like the hostage situation we got here is like it's give up Raven and gain Pearl, or
One or the other.
We also don't know the strings attached.
Yeah.
Pearl could still
Yeah.
be crazy Pearl and then run right back. Raven could be out for the entire time.
Yeah. Or is she?
She did say that she would take the sister out of Poe, so we could just gain a body that can't do anything.
Oh, can I double check while we're here because we have time? Is she lying?
Has has she been lying?
Any
what?
lies?
You gotta ask me directly which one.
Fuck.
While the letters float in front of your face, you do have to pay attention to them to know
Yeah,
what they're
that's
saying.
true. That will take the sister out of Pearl.
It says true.
It's not helping. I hate decision making.
What do you get from the sisters? Like, yeah, okay, it's a reward that you're giving us a choice, but why are you only limiting yourself to getting one of your sisters?
What would it matter if you knew?
The pursuit of knowledge.
Well,
Go Cersei.
can I say that while Cersei is like mid speaking to Castilla, Spiss is gonna whisper, "I'm doing something. Move in a sec."
A very concerned look, and Castilla's like half ready to go on top of Raven if need be. She's gonna. Can I ready an action to say that?
Yeah.
Okay, ready an action to body block.
Let's give you a representation of who's where.
Yay, thank you.
You are both next to Raven.
Okay.
About 5 feet off is Impulse. The blade is embedded right next to Raven. It's stuck deep into there, and you feel the magic radiating from the blade. It is at moments tick to explode at the call.
There's her girl. There she is.
Victor would be not too far off, about a few feet. Let's say Pearl's there. Cersei would probably be around here. and Impulse is there. I would put Victor just aside a little bit, just because you weren't impaled. You're not directly in the way of the blade.
Yeah.
I'm. I have my own plans. Well, I don't. Our oldest sister does. And we all need to be present. Innocence included.
Interrupt.
So eventually, no matter what we choose, you're gonna come back for the other one.
Eventually. But I will act like I didn't see you, and if we ever cross again, then I will have to try to take Raven.
So what? You just follow your older sister like a lapdog?
Ooh.
And at that, Spiss is gonna throw the bead in her hand that's been heating up at Impulse. Um, and pull the knife out of the grab the chain and pull it out and try and tackle Impulse.
Spiss is gonna fucking die tonight, folks.
All right, Spiss.
I'm going for
on.
it. I'm committed to the bit.
Throw the rock.
Set her up and knock her down.
Wait a second. So you throw the rock at Impulse, and you're also going to tackle Impulse?
Can I? Because
You
it's just a
can.
small bead, so like while I'm going for it, I'm throwing it at her, like at her feet, or like dropping at her feet.
The action is not. You can do what you're gonna do. That's fine. It's fine. Okay, so
Okay. I feel like Jesse's judging my action.
no. I wouldn't throw a grenade at someone and also run towards the grenade.
I don't know it's
but
a grenade.
You're right. You don't know. You don't know it's a grenade.
It's a
and
grenade.
It can't be.
Vel
You were given that rock by someone who knows if you can trust.
knows it's a grenade. Spiss does not.
So
Spiss
I
isn't
need
bright.
you to make a dexterity check to see how fast you do this.
Godspeed, Spiss.
Dexterity check. Okay.
Can I leave that she gets advantage because Cersei is taking the impulses. Yeah, she's staring at Cersei because Cersei's being a bitch.
Bully your cousin, Cersei.
For something that's not considered a primordial, sure, but not for a primordial, regardless if it's a fifth of a primordial.
A fifth?
Oh, we got confirmation on numbers, folks.
Fifth,
Ooh.
as in there's 5 sisters.
Yes, we got confirmation on numbers, which means that last person I mentioned should be green.
So with the one, basically, Spiss gets to throw the grenade and then is caught immediately.
Spiss trips on her own foot.
You throw
Doing
the
great,
rock,
guys.
and it's caught in midair, and as you jump to try to take the blade off the ground, ah boy, click. You hear a pulse, and in a flash of white, you're all caught in this. It is huge.
Since Spiss is on it, would that provide cover?
This fucking dies.
I'm just
full body
hey,
cover.
I don't want to, but I'm just wondering, is Spiss on it?
You are technically grabbing it, but you're not on it.
Okay.
Hovered over. And this is different. This is an item exploding. This is a different effect.
Cool.
Than a book spell.
Would the shield spell give any benefit? It can only target Vita, so
This is no. You
It's
guys,
gonna be a
This is a
save, isn't it?
This is
There's
a
no-
fucking nuke, guys.
there's no save here. It's not a nuke either. You're just gonna take damage. And
Oh,
let's
fuck.
see who's not unconscious.
Yippee.
The only save here is whether or not how fast you're gonna get up from the daze. So let's see.
I'll have to make a save for my entangle. my lord.
Cool, 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 cool.
Cool, 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 cool.
Castillo was able to get on top of Raven, right? To try and block.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
So we just take that?
You guys take 48 points of force damage, technically. There's no element to this.
48.
48.
Oh my god.
Oh, what's up, Cersei?
So good.
Did Spiff fuck Costello over?
I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you? Spiff is
Right, hold on.
I'm great.
Spiff is out. That's 4 points over.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
This
Spiff had 44.
unconscious, pushed across, rolling down the rubble.
And Tangle's gone, so Pearl is free. As well.
I was concerned I was concerned about that save. But
No, it's just my.
spell.
It was my constant. It was literally.
Yeah,
I
it's
could have
just
only
for
have
the
saved
spell.
it if I
Just
got a
for the
natural
spell.
20.
Yeah. Okay.
So, how are we looking? Who's unconscious and who's not?
I'm at 40. No, I'm at 36 HP.
Okay. This is unconscious.
I'm
Is down.
fine. I have
You're fine.
15 hit points.
I'm at 29.
Okay, so the people who are up, technically, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. 6, 9, 12. Okay.
5.
We're doing
You're
great,
on the
guys.
ground. You hear ringing in your ears. You're dazed. You can't feel. You don't have much feeling in your body right now. You lack the effort to stand currently. Impulse stands there just fine.
Sorry.
Of course she does.
A chain and a hilt to a blade and no more blade. Well, that's a
Oh.
shame. That thing was quite rare. And she drops the chains onto the ground.
Yippee.
Raven is also just fine.
Yay.
Which means Raven couldn't have gotten hurt from this.
What about
And so
Pearl?
is Pearl.
Fuck.
Can I
You,
try and look at Pearl just to see how she is looking? Like,
you can
is she
move your
still
head
evil?
up to look. You guys are able to look. You're kind of phasing in and out of consciousness, but you cannot move your bodies.
We've gone
I-
unconscious so many times in the past
Uh,
2 hours, guys.
This is not good for our brains. How is Pearl? Is she evil, Pearl?
Her hair is black.
Can I? This is not gonna work. Can I? Whilst I'm like phasing in and out of like my brain kind of vibes, just every other word catches in, I guess, telepathically, because I don't have to open my mouth to do that. It's like very choppy, but parts of the sentence would essentially be Pearl, please. I know you're in there somewhere, and I know that I struggle to talk to you in your head a lot. Please don't do what you're gonna do. Please. I think you're my actual sister. So like, she's kind of lame anyway. But that's kind of like half, like every other word is getting through because she's like kind of closing her eyes and then picking up from like half a sentence onwards. No one really likes her. She's dumb.
Sorry, Pearl. Going through a tunnel.
Yeah, exactly.
We're breaking up.
On the
I'm a better sister anyway.
death.
I'm a better sister, anyways.
I mean, way cooler. It's just like a run-on. Just imagine even more dumb things are being said.
Okay,
That
table talk here. Table talk here, but okay. Giving up. Okay, losing Raven but gaining Pearl.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't
Feels-
think we have a choice anymore.
We've lost that option.
I think that
Yeah,
was
fair
our.
enough.
ultimatum
I'm
gone.
fully expecting Impulse to either be impressed and go, "Wow, that was stupid," or "Wow, that was stupid. I'm gonna fucking kill you now."
Yeah.
Fair enough.
One of the two.
Yeah. No. Nobody said Spiss made good decisions.
No,
Listen,
Spiss
I
If
love
it
her
worked,
understand
it would have been
that
crazy,
decision.
Spiss. If it worked, it would have been crazy.
It
The
could've been-
dagger is gone, though. That is
Yeah, that is a good thing for
huge.
us.
That
Spiss-
dagger is a blinking nightmare.
Did the
Okay,
little
guys,
rock
half
Worse
blow?
than one.
Victor can no longer get tortured.
Is the little
to
rock
let the
do
steam
anything?
go out.
He's still
We'll
going.
see. It hasn't. You threw it, and it kind of just landed on the ground,
Cool.
and that's it.
Gave me a dud, maybe. Honestly,
Thanks,
I'd
Happy.
expect that.
As you say that, Cersei, Pearl, quote unquote, looks towards you. You see, this is why I do not like her at all. I just absolutely hated that this Pearl, took my place. I should have been your companion.
Jealousy. Jealousy.
Agreed.
And now one of my pets are gone.
Oh fuck!
And now I'm here. Well, at least we got what she wanted. Impulse grabs Raven.
No.
You were always not exactly like us. And now that you've been given a name, there's some tangibility to you. And that won't do. But what you have, dear innocence, that's what we want. You know the deal, Jealousy. And she tosses Raven towards her. Raven grabs her. Sorry, Jealousy grabs her. These black lines emanate from Raven. Too many sisters in the same room. Jealousy's fingers. And you see a fading to the coloration of Raven. And she drops her. Well, that's one piece of the puzzle that we don't need anymore. Her gift is the greatest thing she had. Which reminds me, time to detach myself from this coffin. And you see what was once one body become two. This skin rip from skin.
Oh,
Ooh.
God.
The other half now looks like the Pearl you always knew. Lands onto the ground. And Jealousy, with her long, flowing blonde hair and her white dress, her eyes are this deep red. What about the rest of them? I don't want to kill them. They're my friends. But
who said we're friends?
Jealousy.
Ooh.
In her head, she hears essentially the equivalent of get fucked, but a Feywild swear. She's
Exactly,
not my friend.
besties.
She is not my friend, and she never will be.
We're besties, guys.
Besides, lessons
History
are best
hates
learned. Lessons are best learned while you're still alive. And Impulse rips a small hole. And she steps in. And then Jealousy. And gone.
Motherfuckers.
Then you hear, doom. The rock pulses. Not an explosion, but a poof of smoke. Well, well. Look at the mess you've made. Unfortunately, I came here just a tad bit too late. And you all lose consciousness for a second.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Our brains are gonna be.
We're doing great, guys. We're summoning all the entities into one room.
Our
We
brains are
we
gonna
must
be
have so many concussions at this
Oh,
point.
there's no room. This rubble, there's no more tower. It's just you're outside.
Oh, great.
brain.
The public can witness this then.
Great.
we made this tower into an open concept.
Hi, I'm
It's
Impulse, the
really
ultimate
good.
jackass.
Everybody's gonna want to buy it.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that was happy.
From what you know, the voice sounded very similar, yes.
All right.
Of course it summoned happy. Of course that's what it did.
Spiss better give him an earful, please. You little.
It should have been instantaneous. Where were you?
What were you doing?
Like, that was a terrible grenade. Spiss is currently
You
dying on the
trusted
ground.
chaos of all
Look,
people.
Hey, listen, Spiss didn't trust anything. Spiss just kind of went for it.
You've chaos on call.
You gain consciousness. Even you, Spiss, feeling very hurt. The sun still seems placed in the same way. You're all feeling quite damaged from the impact. It doesn't seem like much time has passed.
Okay, you said that Raven after after Impulse removed the coloration from her, that Raven was dropped.
Yeah.
Okay, would I need to do a perception check for that to see if Raven's nearby, or is...
Make a perception check.
Alright. Shit is way too blurry.
Blood in my eye.
In consciousness right now, you're standing up and trying to gain your footing.
Bro's got 2 concussions within the last hour or so.
Is everyone okay? Is everyone roll call? Sound off.
Yeah.
Spiss is awake, so Spiss stabilized.
Yeah, you're stabilized.
Fascinating.
So Spiss, are you alive?
Spiss, still lying on the ground, just holds up a thumb, lifts up one arm, thumbs up, and then drops it back down.
That works. That works for
Priscilla's
me.
gonna raise her hand too, just very pathetically.
Okay. 4 and 4. Ow.
I'm also doing fine. But of course, I wasn't in here.
Oh, happy.
I love him.
You've been
Still is
all
good.
out for about 30 minutes. You all look tired. I just wanted to leave you to rest.
Is just to clarify, are we where we were? We're in the same spot.
You're pushed a bit further from the actual explosion, but you're not too far off.
Okay, there. Is Pearl here? Pearly?
Pearl's on the ground, unconscious, where she was.
I run over to her. She's
Run
my
over
best
to her.
friend.
and pearls they're lying.
I'm sorry I entangled you. It was I had to do it. You were being evil.
Do you grab her?
Oh.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't grab her, but like I'd if she's like seemingly unconscious, I'd do the classic like move the hair out of her face to sort of like I don't know, preem her.
You do move the hair out of her face, and as you graze her skin, it's cold to the touch.
What?
Fuck.
No. Can I immediately, I'm not even gonna bother checking, immediately cure wounds on her, please? Please and thank you.
Cast Cure Wounds.
I don't like how you said that. 13.
13. The light pulses from your fingers and turns into an inky black. You see, that's not going to work. She was
I do it again.
tampered. All right.
While he's talking, I just do it again. Like, you know when someone's like so frantic that they're not really listening? That's what she's doing.
Tampered within what do you guys call it? The warp. Whatever.
And now she's Abby is emotional. Cersei is now just laying her head on Pal's chest and is just like whispering essentially nonsensical things that boil down to like pleads and just sobs of like please, essentially. As she keeps trying, she does it again. Cersei is out of spell slots, but she keeps trying, even though she knows she doesn't have any magic left. She keeps trying and trying and trying and trying.
The rest of you are alive, though.
This is gonna sit up and turn to face Happy.
Yes.
Is there a way to fix them?
Is there a way to fix them? You know, nothing comes without a price.
I do know.
There is a way to fix them. But you've all done this little thing where you tamper with life without remorse. You've fallen under the safety net of the ability to resurrect one another, to realign your ethers within your bodies, to not allow yourself to sink within the confines of your realm, and to re-enter the flow. What is the point of life with no consequence? There is a way to fix it, though not everyone can do it. And the warp, whatever you call it, chaos magic, what it used to be called, was under my domain at some point. Not anymore. So, I can't fix it. But I do know the answer to how to fix it. The only problem is that only one of them would probably work, for the resource is very limited. And you have two that life no longer tethers. I am not your friend, but I am not your enemy. I just am. So, tell you what. I will give you the answer for free, but I need you to give me a choice. And this time, no tricks. See how it happened last time. The results were not very favorable. Who do you care to live more?
Ah, fuck.
Spiff is gonna look at him, look between Raven and Pearl, look at Cersei. Raven lived a long time. Pearl did not.
Well, I got your answer. This is a team effort. Unanimous vote wins. I'll place mine if I need to tiebreak.
Thank you.
Oh,
How sweet is what Emily
How-
says.
thank all we are for you happy.
To the others, Spiff is just gonna call out, Pearl or Raven?
Oh, I said this out loud to everyone.
I know, but she kind of repeats it with like more of a guys. Don't.
Fuck.
Time's ticking. The warp is not very. How do we say? Forgiving. This is complete deletion. No returning to the ether for those who die from the warp. Non-existence.
What do you mean there's not enough?
The resource is limited.
What resource? You are a being of literal chaos, and you are telling me that you're limited resources and you can't revive 2 people? What kind of creation are you?
My power was taken from me by the very sisters who messed with the rest of you, which is why I casted my die with you. For perhaps I can gain back my power and everything can go back to normal. I don't have any power. Except for what's limited to the things I can minorly do. No, it's not going to be me. But until you give me your answers, I will not allow time to flow again and for the solution to appear. You can yell at me all you want. I understand you and your emotions.
You don't understand anything about me.
No, not you personally. But I just am. I don't falter with emotion or whatever mortals do. That being said, I think your lives are important for a reason. But I'm only in charge of the 4 of you. For myself. Anyone else around doesn't matter to the solution. I'm just saying, time is ticking. I don't have control of the warp, and I don't get to choose how long the ether is slightly tethered to them.
I agree with Specitist. Despite the lack of life that both had been able to experience, Pearl has gotten much less than Raven.
Queen to be, what is your answer?
That could be referencing two people.
Yeah, he looks at you.
I agree with him. It's Raven, I'd say, felt sick of everything with using her abilities, things like that. I think she was done.
Hmm.
So, Pearl. As much as I don't like picking.
You can tell me your answer if you want, but it did say it was unanimous.
Stacy will violently go over to Raven and get emotional. Sorry. I will lean down and sort of brush her hair from her face, and Stacy will, as she like runs her fingers through Raven's hair, some flowers like appear. I'm so sorry, Raven. You deserved so much more than this. And I'll look up at Happy as I walk back over to the group, I guess, if we're all, I don't know, circling around Pearl. And I'll look up at Happy. I hope you know you're heartless.
He grabs into his chest and rips open, almost like moving it like curtains. You're not wrong. Well, I was going to say there's no wrong answer to this, but there is a wrong answer. And I won't tell you which one it was.
Oh, fuck you.
Before I leave,
You magical bastard.
there are intriguing things happening to you. Especially, for me, at least. What was your name again? Castilla. And he hits the side of his head, and one of his eyes spins like a slot machine, showing multiple different symbols as it locks onto one. It's a clock. And time begins to move again, and he disappears, almost in a blink. Pearl and Raven are still on the ground. But in the instance of him disappearing, you hear a poof. As you see the simulacrum of Anastasia appear.
So I think we have some argument against for Happy not talking shit to be able to tell to Alma.
Castilla would absolutely, if she had it, thrown a goddamn bottle at Happy. Fuck you.
You bastard.
The simulacrum of Anastasia steps forward. What happened?
We like Victor coughs like fought Orlem. Turned out to be a beholder. Took the two portal orbs together. That
She continues to walk forward. She's not paying you any mind. Her eyes locked onto the body, onto the ground.
which one?
Pearl?
Oh,
Her daughter.
that's her baby.
That's her baby.
What happened?
She came to save us. And then went a little evil briefly. And then wasn't.
Gone. Like, gone.
Like,
I-
shouldn't be.
There's. Wait a second.
How useful it has to be absolutely nothing.
There's a slight tether.
Oh, I already know where this is going.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Oh. Oh.
the rich amounts of ether here allowed me to regain a bit of consciousness after I was escorting a couple of individuals across the desert. I didn't even know who they were.
Nice.
She looks towards you, the rest of you. This whole time, hidden from my presence, hidden from my sight, one of my daughters, masked. By what?
Let's see.
She calls herself Greed. The one that was inhabiting Pearl.
That makes sense. I couldn't find her. She was being hidden. I don't know who this Greed is. But Cersei,
Yeah.
I am not your mother. But I would
Yeah.
like to hope that you can take care of your sister. This time. Promise me?
Sassy, sort of. I imagine. Is she like close to Poe now, like kneeling down, or by her
Anastasia,
side?
she's standing over her.
Okay. Sassy will hover up, and at that, like, promise me, she'll give Anastasia a hug. Simulacrum of Anastasia a hug.
Oh,
And would say, I promise. I promise. I'm sorry. I think I know what you're gonna do, and I'm sorry.
fine, I was fading anyways. Puts her hand over Pearl. And she looks up. She's looking around, like if she's searching for something. Her eyes flicker. This almost symbol, this strange insignia. Blasted eyes. I know you're fading, but at least you can work for one last second. There you are. And she reaches her hand out and snatches something. Slight little twinkle, an orb between two fingers. She places it on Pearl's chest. And you see her visage slowly fading, almost like a paper burning away.
Can I hold on to her hand?
You go to hold on to her hand, and there's nothing to grab there.
I keep forgetting that. Yeah.
She turns to look at the rest of you one last time as the burning visage of her ends with her face and gone. And then unconscious but breathing lays Pearl. And that's where we're gonna end the session for today.
Good lord.
Oh my god, I've been
Hell.
crying a river over here.
Well, you stopped it from being a lot more violent than it originally was gonna be, because there was well, impulse was gonna give you the choice. Jealousy was just going to take herself out. So,
Oh,
Oh.
and that would have been a little more horrific.
Oh.
lovely. Casually. Oh, with the
Mm-hmm.
lovely.
Oh.
Fuck Okay, so is it jealousy or greed?
Greed was a name given to you. It's
Yes.
greed. Greed is jealousy.
Cool.
I figured I might end up
First name,
changing
middle
her
name.
I might end up changing her name to Greed because I think it makes a little more sense.
Could be first name, last name, you know?
Yeah,
Well,
sure. We'll say
You
she's.
don't get to sing the song if she's not called Jealousy.
You still don't have the name of the oldest sister.
I was sitting here being like, oh, I wonder if we're actually getting the older sister name. And then I'm like, nope, this is fine.
But it's kind of the same. She's greedy, she's jealous, and she gets greedy.
Yeah. She's mad she wasn't her friend, guys.
She's not my friend. She's mean and I don't like her.
She can stay
Well,
mad.
You're a mean older sister.
You're a mean, mean woman and I don't like you.
She kind of stayed there inside of Pearl's body, looking at everything.
She liked us.
And in a way, in a really twisted way, Greed kind of gets like possessive of things.
She's attacked. Were her pets?
Oh no.
Oh god.
Were the strays she fed?
Oh, I don't know how to. That's a little.
He's like, Orem's my pet. These weird children are my pets.
Oh,
These are
God.
my friends. I call my pets my friends. Except for Orem, because fuck Orem, but
Yeah, Orem's my literal pet.
Orem deserves that.
That like
Honestly,
kind
I'm
of
kinda
twists her in a weird way.
I really like how Orem died with nobody like around, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. I think that's a
deserved
very
that.
fascinating thing.
It
That he
is
had all this attention
cool.
and things like that on the material plane, and then the second he pulls this bullshit, he dies alone, defeated, dispowered. Even your
Ripped
boss thing.
apart into a
"Fuck
black
you."
hole. Yeah.
Torn apart by the things he saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Ooh.
very much like the wax wings. Icarus flew
Yeah,
too close to the
Icarus.
sun. He blew himself up with his weird teleport orbs.
Because he's stupid.
God, I wish we were able to keep one of those.
Yeah, they're
No,
gone.
no, I don't.
Listen,
Gone
it
to
would've
the
made fast-
ether.
It would have made fast travel so fucking easy.
I would've.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's true. We'll
Now
find a
they're
way.
somewhere, and that's probably more dangerous than you guys having him.
Don't worry. Just wait until we get 6,
You know,
7th
it's just a
level
black
spells.
hole in the chaos void.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a good thing, guys.
Well, they normally lead depending.
Oh, great.
Oh man.
This whole session has been up and down and up and
Oh, yeah.
down.
I will say, Happy is like, I know me as Abby, I love how complex of a character Happy is. He is a great character, so don't
Oh,
take
I
what
love
I'm allowed to
Happy.
say out of character. But Cersei, and kind of me in a way, he is like, like when I called him heartless, I meant it. Like him being basically like balancing both of them on like on a scale and being like, well, which one do you prefer? Like that is heartless behavior. Like, and even more so for him to just be like, yeah, and you're right, I am heartless. It's like, hold, hold.
The primordials are existences. And it was while it was explained to you before, they are what they are. They are their nature. There is no
Mhm.
morality, no emotion, no nothing there.
Like
That's what the gods
yeah,
are.
just playing on the lives of almost being amused. I fear that he was like, what are you gonna choose? I know that there's a right answer, and but you don't know what it is.
What if Anastasia was coming to get Pearl and so we just doomed Raven?
Well,
Oh.
that could be
Or
that.
or Anastasia could have been the correct what led, you know,
Yeah.
could have been what was gonna bring Wendy
Yeah,
back.
She's
because
already fading.
he did say that he knew what it wasn't him that was going to be able to do it. So
Yeah.
something was going to trigger so it wasn't him that did anything. I don't think.
Right.
And he
So I
said the
think
resource was limited.
so. It's like
Oh.
There was a
Yeah.
correct answer, and the correct answer was what Anastasia wanted. Is my guess.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Because I guess even if we stood with Raven, Anastasia would have been like, "This is my daughter."
That's my child.
Yeah.
I don't
Sorry,
care.
not sorry.
Who knows? Chaos could have done something fucked up and made them switch how they look to her.
Oh God.
Jesse,
that's
hey
true.
Jesse, no.
Hey, this is
No.
chaos, man. This is the way chaos does things. If he,
Don't take my
you know,
sister from me. She just
if
took
you
her
were
breath.
to choose Raven, he would have still done his end of the bargain, and to Anastasia, Raven would have looked like Pearl, and that's how he would have
Jesus
gotten her.
You know,
Christ.
That is
works.
so.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked, but
In
that
a
works.
dying moment. Like, she wouldn't know, but we would. Damn. And Moon Anastasia's watching it all happen, like, oh, you bastard. Damn.
I want it to be known that this whole time, Spiss sat up to talk to Happy, has been basically staring at where he was, and has not moved her eyes since. She's refusing to look at
understandable.
anyone or either Raven or Pearl.
Castilla has been keeping on top / arm wrapped around Raven the whole time and has not gotten up.
Okay, so how are we gonna set, making the assumption that Raven is not gonna be coming back?
Yeah.
How are we gonna do the burial?
God
As
damn.
respectful as we fucking can. Homegirl got kidnapped for like 200 plus years, got used the whole time, finally got a sense of freedom with us idiots for a fucking day, and then died.
We could maybe ask Eve, because Eve worked
Yeah,
with
we have
Raven,
the Eve
right?
ship. We have the Eve
And-
ship.
Yeah, and Eve might know like what Raven practices.
Would prefer
what-
burial
yeah.
wise.
What did she ever tell you what she would like?
No, but if
Cremation?
If she were to
Burial?
die,
Honestly, I feel like cremation and like keeping the ashes with us.
I think I know technically it's not applicable because technically Raven did just die to the warp. But if Spiss were able to return her body at least to life, life whatever it is,
Mm.
The life
stream-
stream or whatever.
yeah, I think that would be a very like letting her
Mm.
body have peace. but I don't know if that's fucking possible. 'Cause
Spiss could try, and we could see.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
I don't want her to be used again. That's my fear, is Emily, and now I'm crying over it.
I know. It's very, very traumatic. Very traumatic deaths that happened today. I'm impressed it wasn't us, if I'm honest.
This is gonna be great because Spiss feels like it's her fault.
No,
Spiss fucked up the thing. She could have had Happy here faster, or not.
you really think Happy would have shown up faster? No, this fucker was loving
Or-
the drama.
Yeah.
Or
Do you
screwed
think
up.
that's gonna matter? Do you think that's gonna matter? Just piss.
Spiss just fucking did that and kind of like died for a moment. Spiss was at negative
That
4
is true.
points. Spiss doesn't know exactly what the orb even did.
Can you imagine going unconscious, coming back to consciousness, and seeing that aftermath?
Yeah. And
That
all
is true.
and all Spiss knows is that this is the aftermath of what her action. So see,
Ooh.
she did something. The blade blew up, and now 2 people are dead. The sisters are gone. Happy's here. Everything's fucked.
Person's dead.
So
We love Simulacra and Anastasia, but technically, she wasn't alive.
Our actual Auntie Anastasia, and then we have Mom Anastasia.
Well,
They're both named Anastasia.
We
I-
loved her dearly.
I don't want to add salt to the wound,
No!
Do it,
Do
Jesse.
it.
At this point, fuck it, do it.
but I have told you before that Anastasia, the simulacrum, had gained her own consciousness,
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was
Separated.
sentient.
Yeah.
and you saw lines inside of that Anastasia, simulacrum or not.
Fuck you. I'm sorry. Fuck. Castilla's the only one who saw it.
Priscilla's like, yep. She was alive and she literally just died.
Died for our sins. Oh God.
She died for our sins.
We have our actual Jesus Christ now, guys.
Oh god.
Oh my lord.
Instead of saying Jesus Christ, we just now say Anastasia.
Anastasia.
If we make that an actual bit, please.
Oh,
That-
Anastasia.
I feel like no matter what point we say it, it'd be too soon.
She
No,
even,
no, let's do it.
wait, she even walked across the desert.
Shit, you're right. And were there 3 people she guided?
She
So
guided.
she guided 2 people.
Oh.
Oh, almost parents.
Question: Were they? Yeah, I was gonna ask. Were they short and purple?
They may have been short and purple.
Short and purple. I'm blanking.
Almost parents.
Who's the other short? Who's the other short?
Oh
and
my
purple person you
God!
know?
You're right.
2 is
Sorry,
close
I was
to
thinking
3.
like purple, like grapes. I
Oh.
don't know.
Alma didn't
God.
put 1 and 1 together, or anyone that heard it, but the last thing Alma saw was a woman cloaked across the desert when the
Yeah.
bombs were going off.
Oh yeah.
We need to like.
I remember that. I was like, is
Okay.
it humanoid? And you're like, it looks humanoid from where you are.
Has 2 legs.
All right, we need to make a to-do list out of character. Survey damage.
Yeah.
Take a fucking nap.
Yeah, also Bob got fucking shot 3 times
I
again.
really hope he can't die,
He's
right? So now I'm
fine.
concerned
Right
he's
As far as you know.
He's fine.
As
Hold
far
on,
as
he can't.
we know.
Yeah, but the
probably
warp
gone.
does weird shit.
But it was fucking a gun. That's not warp.
Fucking
Yeah.
a gun. What?
A gun held by
It
someone.
was a
in-
goddamn Glock. Jesse, now you're getting complicated. We're not. Because that
It
was
was
it
one of
killed by
them.
the warp or killed using the warp? Because now we're getting confused.
I mean, we don't even know what gun it was. We didn't really see it.
For all we know, it's the gun that Castilla gave Pearl.
let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. To simplify it,
Was it
Uh-huh.
Bob's gun?
any higher being at the level of primordial radiates its essence,
Ah.
regardless. Just like how you were inside the dimension where Orm was, and the miasma covered everything.
Right. So killed by impulse, you're dead by warp.
Still, honestly, I hate to admit it. If Bob is dead, he finally gets peace. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah,
Victor doesn't get that list of the people on the airship. Damn it.
Yeah, but who knows if Bob's dead? It was just 3 shots, and Bob looked
Yeah.
like he was recovering.
And he's
True.
also-
I
He's
mean,
fine.
and
He'll
if
be
he
fine.
could,
fine.
if he could die from a warp, do you think he would have tried it at this point?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Would he have just
like,
walked up to impulse and be like, "Shoot me"?
You know
Shoot me.
what would hold someone back from doing that, Owen?
The fear of death.
Knowing that it's not death, it's complete elimination,
Yeah.
non-existence.
fair enough. And he has also said that, and he did also say himself that he has Twilight to fight for. So
Right.
He's got shit to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
He gained a reason not to want to die anymore. So he's not one of the
He's
characters
busy.
that wants to die currently.
Bob. Not Bob. Sorry, Guk. But I think
Hmm.
Guk's mind is changing.
I mean,
we're forced it to change.
It is just really fucked up that he's just like, I'm getting better, guys, and then doom doom doom, just 3 more shots, and he's back down to the ground.
In-
Ooh, what you say?
our defense of that moment, it was like a stalemate at that point. It was like nobody move because otherwise we're gonna.
And he moved. He I'm
we
sorry.
have some
No.
issues.
He didn't know he was walking over the hill. He was just like,
Exactly.
what's
We
going
didn't know either.
what were we supposed to do? We didn't know he was there.
on? No, it's not your fault. This is not your fault at all. I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, Bob's there. Bob's there.
It's just rocking up now. Oh,
Okay, so our to-do list that I have currently: survey damage, who is dead? Question mark.
Yo,
Aug-
Bob.
August, Lighthouse, Faye, River, Verse, Korak, Lion, Nap.
Nap is a big one. I have literally nothing left. I have nothing to
One
give.
spell slot left.
Use it on Bob if he needs it for cure wounds.
Also, I don't know if what Happy said to Castillo was about her being 16 again or something else, but I'm concerned either way.
What did he say?
He basically said like a line that was like, "Oh, things are changing," and looked directly at Castillo, like something's up.
That could have
I
been
mean,
the
related to your
winds are
mode.
changing.
I'm pretty sure he said things are changing about you, Like,
Yeah.
in reference to the fact that you just got your remote powers. I doubt that. I
No.
have doubts that I doubt he would say something that possibly important over like wild magic occurrence.
I'll give you
What?
hints. I'll give you a
Okay.
few hints. Okay.
Okay.
He referred to you directly.
Yeah.
After he referred to you directly, it has to do with you. It has to do with something about you. He smacked the side of his head, and you saw the multiple
eyeball.
different eyes spin across. These eyes, very similar to eyes you have.
Oh
He
no.
has so many of them.
Uh-oh.
The winds
Oh
are
fuck!
changing.
Wait, this man might be an ancient. I mean, he probably was. Guy's a little fucked up.
That's a big hint for something much larger, much larger. And while it's a lore thing, it's if you don't know it, it's not going to affect the story. But if you do know it, it will affect your perception on some things.
I don't like that.
And it's a hint, and whether or not you can figure it out is on you guys. But who knows if it eventually would be directly revealed to you. It all depends on what Happy wants to say.
Happy, please, come on. I'll let you get drunk.
Oh,
I'll get you more wine.
Happy likes watching us flounder.
Or his sitcom.
His favorite pastime.
I will,
Leaving us with like a bit of information and then being like, peace.
I'll put some stuff in note as we're starting to head towards the second act. Important characters, obviously, that you've met. Multiple of them. The sisters are obviously integral to the entire story, as well as you guys. Happy is obviously integral in some way. Knowing why, or what, or the reasoning. He gave you a hint of something he's interested in for obvious reasons. I mean, directly told you. You know, they kind of took my power. I don't have my domain anymore. You know, but there's like you said before, Happy's a complex character, and that alone probably would not be enough for him to involve himself with all this.
Does he want to eat 3 bullets of chaos magic I have left?
Sure.
It's a snack.
You want a little snack?
A snack,
that
and you
smile.
actually stop being insane? Snack that
The snack
smiles back. Goldfish.
No, it's
Goldfish.
the snack that smiles back. Bang, bang, bang.
Snack that smiles back. Goldfish. Huh? Sorry, that's like a long-term tick I've had. Snack that smiles back. Goldfish. Fucking dick of a whale. Don't be a dick of a whale. Snack that smiles back. Goldfish. 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 Gold. 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 Okay, it's done.
I'm sorry, but the fade out.
I muted my headphones. Snack that smiles back. Goldfish. God fucking damn it.
It's just like you came back and went, it's done. Like something precarious. Like it's done. I
I've
did it.
killed it. The tick is gone. No,
It's gone.
I wish.
And then it came back.
Let me tell you, that was fun to explain to a deaf professor because the entire class was laughing and trying to figure out why they were laughing. And I had to sit there and explain, yeah, I'm ticking the phrase, the snack that smiles back over and over again. And then somebody proceeded to offer me goldfish.
Oh
You're
my
like,
god.
it's
They just pulled it out of their bag. It's great.
a meme. It all goes.
Snack that smiles back.
Smiles back.
Goldfish. God, I am
Oh goodness, man.
session.
What a
man.
world. What a world we live in.
All
Well,
right.
I'm gonna choose to draw non-angst of teenage Castilla this weekend before I draw her crying over Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Yippee!
We all know that that drawing's coming. We did well, guys, though. I am very proud of us for not dying.
I think we did great.
Think of the positive bits that we did. We did very well.
The pause.
I was really afraid to have gotten heads because if you did not have the line there, that would have gotten very differently.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The actual option, I've done it before to you guys. It was a rage mechanic. So you would have to have gotten rid of the main body before he let loose.
yeah.
Oh,
And your only other option was if the lion stayed, he could have done his thing, what his blade does, and it's a protection field.
He's cool like that.
But we end today's session, and next session will be the wrap up for the first act.
Good
Oh
lord.
my gosh.
That's scary. We've gone so long, guys.
We've done so much.
Only took, you know,
Trauma.
and more
Trauma. Yeah, tons of trauma and a lot of outfit changes. We've had
And
a
we're
lot
gonna
of
have
outfit
even
changes.
more.
So many outfit changes.
Somebody
That's
just let
fine.
us find a nice hotel, sleep it off, cry ourselves to sleep a little bit.
We are in need of an emergency pillow fort ASAP.
For real. This needs to be our best one we've ever made.
Let's see what
Neat.
happens next, and let's see how everything else goes and how everything unfolds. And I'll see you guys next Friday.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
next Friday.
Yeah.
Snack that smiles back. Gold.